I'm at Grace Church Road. I went to Waynesboro to bring this man down to this address. And now he's trying to force his way into a house. I'm afraid to move my vehicle. They're fighting in there.
It's inside the house now?
Yeah.
You have your doors locked?
It's open. I'm in a van.
You need to make yourself safe, okay? Even if you've got to drive away from there to get away from him and close that and lock that door. Do that for me now, please.
Okay, wait a minute.
Oh, my screen's going nuts. Sorry. Might be back in a second. Give me a second. Deb, you got it all wrong. It's just Adam. Adam, I'll be...
What happened?
Oh, it's playing on here. Crazy. Hey, no. Oh, no, it was just Deb.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad, you guys. I had 3 things open there playing the same damn thing. Little egotistical on my part.
No.
I got, you know me and Tabs, we're just you got me So, Adam.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, I don't know. Wonder where Deb is. Know where Deb is?
I heard that because of some of the issues she's been having, she had to go to rehab.
Leave the country? Something close to that?
Right.
I think it was all those charges.
Yeah. It's something about a 72-hour hold. I don't know what that is, but I think that. It's for her own. It's for her own good, and we pray for her quick and speedy recovery.
Yeah, and Deb, if you ever need to seek help, Adam and I are here for you.
Right. And if you are in need of a lawyer, I've heard that Kegan Kline is an excellent attorney.
What an excellent attorney! Absolutely.
He does real estate law, but I think he would make an exception for Deb.
Yeah, I think so too, Deb. Deb, we got you covered.
You two are getting physical rehab if I get a hold of you.
I don't even know who's talking for Deb right now. I feel like somebody's hacked her account.
She's chirping. She's chirping.
I know.
Deb, get in line. Get in line, Deb.
Isn't it actually so funny that you're allowed to chirp from jail, in your freaking lives like this? It kind of reminds you of Anthony Greeno a little bit, doesn't it? Yeah.
Right. And we don't even need it. And I bet Deb doesn't even need a step stool to do it.
Adam, he's a comic and he knows it.
Sonny, it's good to see you. So you're in Canada. You've not been you've not been apprehended.
Not been apprehended as of yet. No.
Same.
I got my bags packed in case I'm ready to run for the border, to the U.S. Just so I can come see you and Deb, obviously.
Right.
Yeah.
I recently just spent the evening Googling what one wears for an extradition. Very few Google hits. Very. I mean, it's really hard to find a style guide on what one should wear. Yeah. Just in case.
Adam, I would say definitely pinks and reds. They just have always gone together for sure. Those glasses, aren't they cool, guys? Sharon Parker. I seen them earlier today too, and well, actually, we're not strangers. I'm pretty sure we're family now. Midwest Mima,
Right. So, and I'm sorry, everyone. We're making light and joking a little bit because a certain YouTube creator.
Yeah, don't say the name because we can use the word trash, perhaps.
Right.
Is that too weak? Too strong?
Wilted. She has filed charges against Sonny and I, she said, as well as the murder sheet. And
hold on. This is for Lilith.
And we are going to get our wish to go to Indiana soon once we're arrested and extradited to Indiana.
Oh.
And Deb has our bail money already.
Yeah. That's to you. There you go.
And I'm excited because, I was looking at plane tickets and they're like $450 right now from Charlotte to
you know what?
Charlotte, North Carolina, Indiana. So I was like, oh, free flight.
I feel like they're going to send a plane over to Canada free to come pick me up, actually.
I just hope it's not that same helicopter pilot that's circling around and around the Wabash River.
Honestly, you guys, there's a mountain that covers the U.S. and Canada, and I think it's called like
the Rockies.
Rockies, but this mountain is a mountain of it's about the highest shit pile I've ever saw. It's like the biggest manure pile. Like, honestly, you guys got to see it. I mean, maybe I should email somebody or not, because I didn't. So, but I think I should email somebody.
Right.
You think I should email your president from Canada?
I mean, sure. I mean, go for it.
Deb, what the hell is this ship? And then she'll bail us out. Hey, you had your fettuccine Alfredo today. I got popcorn.
I think she meant to say sit, not sat.
I think so too. It's kind of like chirp when she spells chirp. It's like CHIRP, isn't it?
Not to change this. I mean, what a weird word to use for that, right? Chirp. Like,
I know, because
all the words that you can use.
I know. It just sounds like. Well, you know what it is. Like little lying Tweety birds. When they just a little chirp, 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 and it's like, oh, every time it's like this verbal diarrhea comes out, and that's what made that mound that covers the U.S. and Canada.
Right.
It's a fun fact. You guys didn't know this. It's a fun fact.
Right.
Paris.
Oh.
Langley, BC here. Don't forget it. Yeah. Langley, BC. Huh.
I think we've given that YouTube creator
more
than enough attention now for the evening.
I don't know.
What do you think?
I don't know. It's honestly, can I just be honest?
No.
I never laughed so hard in all my life when I seen it. It's like, here, let me just pull this out of my ass and post it. You know what? Let me just pull this out of my ass and post it. Hold on. Let me dive into the frontal area and post it.
Well, to me, I've spent so much time on my case that I was like, am I going to be on there?
Oh my God. Honestly, Adam, if you get on there, can I have your signature? Seriously. So jealous. Right. So jealous if you actually get on there.
I mean, it'll take a long time before I get 2 pages worth of charges of things like, not paying my bills and house foreclosures and dog bites. But
it's it's been a long time coming since I've been to the United States, to be honest with you. I mean, it must be at least 20 years now.
When did you move away from Kegan Dunker's grandparents?
It's a great question. I'm so glad you asked that question. Well, you see, I think what happened was I started off in Africa. Then I bounced across the ponds, met my gorgeous husband, 32 years old, by the way. Okay, gorgeous, my English husband. But anyways, yeah. And so then I was like, hey, husband, great idea. Let's go move in a house right beside Kegan Dunker, right beside his grandparents' house. Right. And you know what? He fell in love with me right away. I mean,
you were in Africa and you were like, we have to immediately move to Frankfurt, Indiana.
That's exactly the first thought that went through my head, Adam. It's true. You guys don't know this, but me and
either way, it's a safari.
and then then I rolled me a big fatty and moved up to Canada. Okay. Pretty much how it went down. Kind of close to that story. I might have exaggerated just a little bit. Deb's the one that rolled the fatty. Sorry, Deb.
I don't know. I hope if Deb's in the chat, I hope she's not driving herself, but those hands are probably gripped to the steering wheel. And her husband's probably like, no wonder you think they're crazy. Listen to those lunatics.
I'm pretty sure that the husband heard my voice today because I was like, "Hey, Deb, I'm pretty sure that your husband fell in love with me and said, you know what, I really need to go on their show." It was close to those words. I mean, it could have been like probably like when pigs fly or something like that.
Right.
Oh, fancy that I just said that. How ironic.
Or
When
like go to
pigs fly.
or like go back to the guest room and talk to them in private.
Yeah. You know what? As long as Deb, I miss this, and I'm going to tell you what I miss. I want a waterbed. I want a waterbed.
Do they make
Well,
them?
me and Adam.
Oh, they do. The new ones.
Yeah. No, I want the bouncy one. I want the kind that you can just like literally ride the wave on it. You know, like the old days. None of these little freaking waveless things. I want that one.
I know a lot of them. I mean, I know we both rent, but I know a lot of homeowners association, a lot of homeowners insurance companies. They won't, insure them. I don't know why. What's hundreds of gallons of water just spilling out into a house?
Yeah. You know what, you guys? I mean, a lot of people are old enough to remember those suckers.
Oh, yeah. My parents had one.
I loved it. I love a waterbed, honestly.
When they would spring a leak,
you know what?
You get like this sprout of water just coming up out of it, and you'd have to put tape over it.
I only had to do that a couple times. Not too bad though. Like, they still were pretty durable. But yeah. But if you have cats in your life, forget it. That would not happen actually.
Right. You don't have a 5-year-old Adam that would take a sewing needle and be like,
nothing.
Teet, teet, into the waterbed.
Hey, Adam, a very important question just came here.
Yes.
Nothing at all.
Is that the CBD popcorn?
Sure. What is it?
Since I can focus my eyes.
Oh, CBD popcorn. Yeah, of course.
Since I can focus my eyes, I'm going to do a few shout outs.
Okay. We have people watching us now, don't we? Huh. Yeah. I wasn't even looking at anybody that was in here.
I just wanted to say hey to Sharon Parker, Freckle Joy, Never Silent, D Ash. D Ash, I can't get used. It's funny. It's just three letters, but I can't get used to your new name.
Ooh, hold on. I got to go right back up to there too, because did we put that up already? Miss Dog Lover. I love you because you're from the UK like my husband. Aww. Thank you for the donation. I need to make sure.
Thank you, Miss Dog Lover.
Actually, where is my?
Maybe we can afford to pay Deb now and she'll come back.
You know what? Deb's too expensive for us now, Adam.
Right. She was holding out until we got $50 and she was like, so we're like, okay, Deb, we'll see what we can do. We'll try.
Deb's high priced.
She should. I mean, look at her. She's classy. Paris. Hey. Paris. Oh, speaking of the double, Deb, when the cat's away, the nice will play. You're right. The nice will play.
You're right, Deb. Absolutely on that one. The nice will play while the cat's away. That's right. Scratch.
It's a criming shame. Sharon Parker, Cold Case Reports. Hey, how are you? Moon Shadow, good to see you. Deb. I'm sure crime wife.
Oh, Moon Shadow seems a very mysterious name.
We know Moon Shadow.
Yeah, I know, but it's a mysterious name. It's
Wanda from Missouri.
Wanda.
Lisa, are you behaving tonight?
Call me crazy. Call me crazy or call me lazy, one of the two. I'd rather be called crazy, to be honest.
Midwest Mima, I think we're about caught up there.
I just want to make sure.
Big E, how's it going? We are full up here in Naptown, LOL. Melissa, how are you?
Mm-hmm.
Hey. And Mustang 1965, I believe that's it. Deborah,
tell me this. When you see Mustang, aren't you like, ride, Sally, ride,
Yes, absolutely.
All I think about is like ride.
And Joe Mosier. Joe.
Mosier. Yeah.
We're caught up.
Well, honor Adam. Okay, I'm just amazed to be in your presence tonight. Thank you for allowing me on your channel tonight. Appreciate the invite. I know. You had Derek. I know you can't. Derek,
Right.
He knows we love him, but Derek, I know I can't replace you, but I'm going to try. Okay. Mhm. Yeah, we deserve to have a fun stream, kind of. It's Delphi. It is. You know what? I'm giddy as shit because I'll tell you why. It's
Yeah.
because
Okay. Well,
it's because Deb's stuck in the car while we're out here having fun. No, just kidding.
no.
We
In all,
actually,
Deb's had a long day. I know Deb got
yeah.
up this morning. For everyone that's not watching, Deb made fettuccine alfredo
That you
for
didn't get.
40 people. She went 3 hours to a soccer game. She fed said 40 people, and she's just now on her way home. I mean, so her day, we kid and we joke, but she's, I'm assuming, been away from the house for over 12 hours now. So,
But
Deb,
don't forget to talk about her son.
Deb
All right.
Deb has no children.
Yeah.
She just randomly follows a college soccer team around and feeds them.
Something like that.
It's kind of odd, but
hello, double rainbows. Yeah. I mean, I think it was my son that scored the goal today and got the assist.
Did he score a goal?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing.
So proud of him.
Very busy.
So proud of him. Don't worry, Deb. I got your kid covered. Yeah, so proud of him. He was great. Awesome.
This is for Sam.
And that, you know what? And because of it, it made them win. All because of him. It's true.
That's awesome.
I'm not trying to brag here, but it's true. My kid's awesome.
I probably would have done better things today too if I'd had fettuccine alfredo. Just saying.
I had popcorn, Deb. Just saying. So I had popcorn. Husband's been away, like out playing. Nobody brought me dinner. I was too lazy to make it.
You know, Deb sitting in that car the same way Steve watches the show, just like, but they can't help but laugh and love us.
Steve is sitting in here right now,
regardless of what the restraining order says.
You know, it's time. I think we should take that off.
We didn't deserve it in the first place.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that that's not public, public access at all.
Oh, he bent the ball. He bent the ball in the goal. Oh, awesome.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, my son is like Beckham. Thank you so much. I appreciate the compliment, to be honest with you. He's got my physique.
Oh, listen to this. Deb wasn't at soccer. She was a mod on John Kelly. I saw her there. She was telling him she is the brains behind the whole show.
It just gets thicker. It just gets thicker. When will the lies stop, Adam? When will they stop? Oh,
she's kind of.
Who it is?
She kind of is. She kind of is though.
Whoops, this way.
Stalker.
Look who's in the house. I knew he was listening. I just had to call him out. I was like,
I'm trying to disguise myself in case the law enforcement show up at my house looking to extradite me. So I thought this would disguise myself enough.
You know what? I wonder if Eva's in the chat right now. Eva, I want to thank you for the most, honestly, Adam, for the best advice that somebody gave me today. She told me I should brush my hair. Thank you, Eva. I appreciate your guidance. I appreciate it. It was great advice. One that I will take to heart.
I like the volume.
Yeah, just for that, I'm just gonna make sure it's messier for you. Right, because I like to go YOLO. I like the wild thing. I like the strings and I like the wild thing. Right, Mustang? Right, Mustang? Oh, True Crime Web. Wouldn't you just love it if Steve, can we just give you a little bit of the Sunny and Adam's spirit in there? Can you just see Steve going, you know what, Deb's away, invite me on now. That's all I see him doing is, you know what, Deb's away.
Steve, it's a lot like herpes. You can never get rid of it.
Okay. You know what, you guys, and this is again very serious. Alex Voorhees is going to be on tomorrow night, and I'm happier than what my son used to always say. I'm so happy my ass is smiling, cheek to cheek. Thank you, Fig. I'm going to tell you because of Fig, he said, right? So Alex said because of Fig, that's how he knew about the channel. So he's like, and then I think it was something like, I'm grateful, Sonny. I just was waiting for you to message me. It was close to that. And then you did. And then I was just falling in love right there. And then not true love, just internet
Back
love.
off, never silent. Get in line.
Oh, wait. Is somebody trying to what?
Mm-hmm.
Where?
Yeah, you've got your hands full over there, never silent. You just
Oh my God, Alex is so hot. Seriously, fine. Look at, okay, back off, bitches.
Right.
Okay. If anyone's going to have Alex, it's going to be Steve. Okay. That's it. Steve.
Steve's got it full too.
Steve's got the handcuffs, so I wouldn't even argue with him.
Alex is probably like, I'm not going on that channel.
I know he's going on the channel. I'll be whipping his ass down there. He's on Pacific Coast as well. All I have to do is drive like 20 hours. But I told him I could be there in 5 minutes. 5 minutes, depending on traffic, of course. And
thank you, Miss Thing. Oh, thank you, Double Rainbows.
Thank you, Double Rainbows, for becoming a member. Oh, hold on, let me hit the member thing. Whoa. I got rid of that, didn't I? Hi, guys. It's just me now. Sorry, Adam. He doesn't even know how to play with the buttons yet. Adam?
I liked the view there. I was like, this is perfect. Let's keep it like this.
I went to go hit the, never mind. Wait, wrong button.
True Crime Web says we are having a special guest tomorrow night, Polygraph said. We are. And Sonny, would you like to, his name is?
I got to say this because, this is my special moment. Alex Voorhees is going to be on. And who else, Adam?
Alexa.
Who's Alexa?
Our favorite profiler slash handwriting analysis. Or,
handwriting
analysis person is what I always say.
What is it called again? Chirography or something? Graphology? Where do they put big words to that stuff? Graphology.
Graphologist.
Graphologist.
Right.
Graphology. All right, that's our big word for today. Oh, Alexa.
That is the study of how grumpy is Steve today. A grumpologist.
Adam, I hate to bring this back up. I'm just wondering which clip tonight, if not multiple, are going to make it on Wilter's channel. I think we've offered up quite a bit so far, to be honest with you. Can I just say that I'm impressed with I'm going to say this though. I'm very much impressed with the crowd out there for Delphi. Most people haven't fallen for that shit and don't even subscribe.
Yeah. And I do have a song request though.
Oh, what would that be?
In the next video that ex-convict Willith uses in their video, could we have maybe a country song? Like, could we go a little country maybe? And I like an old school country song, so like maybe "Islands in the Stream" by Dolly.
Dolly Parton, I think.
Yeah, and oh my gosh,
and Kenny Rogers.
Yes.
Heaven forbid I should know this.
That's my request, Willith. If you could use "Islands in the Stream" with Sonny and my arrest, I'd appreciate it.
Yeah.
Or "I Got You, Babe," maybe.
Yeah. If I was gonna make something up, what would it be? What would it be, Adam? If I was to make something up about
my milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like, it's better.
Yeah. Something like that. Yeah. I could almost think, I was this morning, actually, I'm not even lying here. I was like thinking of a good rap song. I was just like, I can do this. I got this. I can't remember it anymore, but it was good when I started it. Yeah. Oh, no. I was going to say something, but it was, I think that Adam does enough swearing on the channel for us. So,
you know me.
Keep it clean. Keep it clean. Keep it like, you know what? Steve's in the house. Keep it clean and classy, people. Okay. Blaine, where are you? Blaine.
I have the second cleanest. I have the second cleanest mouth in our channel. Like,
Deb's the worst, isn't she? Deb's the worst.
The most, and then me, and then Deb.
Yeah.
But when Deb does it, That does it good. She's like, F this, F that. You next Tuesday. It's uncomfortable sometimes.
Okay, I choked on a piece of popcorn there because he made me laugh.
And then Sunny and I are like, what were you saying? I was reading 1 Corinthians. And
actually, tomorrow's church day, isn't it?
Well,
I'm talking about
every day could be church day.
Yeah, I'm talking about probably the church that's related to Wilter there, Willith. But I don't know. Could be wrong. Could call me right. Call me crazy.
So let us know if lightning strikes a church in Indiana tomorrow.
Right? You know, I'm just impressed, though. I'm just impressed that some of us don't have to dress up for Halloween, and me being one of them. Okay, I'm not pointing any fingers to any channel at all. This is towards me. I'm just saying.
Neither of us have ever been arrested for not paying our bills.
Uh-oh, another cop in the house. Shit, we're busted. Oh boy, when it's just you two. CD, we have done nothing here but be innocent, calm, collected, cool. What's another big word, Adam?
Oh
yeah.
Ill prepared.
No. Adam, we're prepared. Deb's the one that's never prepared. We got our notebooks. You guys just don't see them.
Let me think. Words that have been associated with me before. Sociopathic.
Go on. Gloss.
Non-lovable. Selfish. Egotistical.
Hey, shoot, me now. What the frick? I thought you said you weren't gonna.
Right. Unrealistic.
Yeah. Don't forget, I gotta brush my hair too. I truly appreciate those comments when people leave those for me. You should brush your hair.
Oh, someone that sucks up all the air in the room.
Well, that's if Kegan were here right now, that would be Kegan. He would suck up all that air after he finished off his sour cream and onion chips. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. I'm gonna cough.
His ramen with cheese and jalapenos.
Ooh. I don't even know what to say about that because 1 minute I like it, 1 minute I don't. 1 minute I like noodles, next week I don't. I don't know what to say. I guess, I'm just bipolar and untruthful like that. But I just actually, if you guys could just start donating, to be honest with you, 1 pair of socks at a time, I appreciate that.
Right.
You don't even have to donate money, just a pair of socks.
Oh, that's something that is, I don't know, do we have that in the merch line? Or that other thing, the thing we're going to talk about tomorrow?
So tempting.
Is there a pair in there?
I've seen them and they all got some sort of spastic design on it. And I was like, why couldn't they just make a pair of white ones? Right, guys?
Yeah. That's maybe later. Maybe that's something we can do later.
Ooh, right. Tomorrow we sorry, I got a piece of
You have a busy day tomorrow.
I'm gonna cough because that piece of popcorn that I was eating is stuck right there. It's not stuck.
Well, if you die, could you just give me your password real quick to YouTube?
Absolutely. It's W, right? No, it's LILITH 69. You're welcome. Okay, I'm gonna cough. Be right back, people.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay, welcome back.
That was quick.
I know. It was just a quick cough. I just needed to get it out.
Hey, CD, do you want to come on and hang out with Sunny and I for a minute?
CD doesn't.
We're talking about incredibly serious things tonight. We really feel like your expertise.
This is the perfect night, CD.
Would help
too.
Right.
Oh, is he just talking about the Cardinals? Is he watching baseball again?
Right. Oh yeah, I'm not watching the Cardinals because, I mean, some things are more important than sports.
Oh, do we have Miss Dog Lover wants to? Is that what I see? when the game is over. CD, I've heard that a few times.
Honey, I don't remember inviting Miss Dog Lover to the party.
Actually, but you know what? Miss Dog Lover, if you just add a couple more zeros to what you donated about 10 minutes ago, that would make you worthy. You know, this
CD,
is money justice here.
The CD. If the Cardinals win, will you come on?
Uh-oh. Time to be really good. Next thing you know, Cop, Facts, and Gonzo we're going to show up to. All right, time to be good. You guys stop talking about Kristen now. She's here.
First of all, I hope you're feeling better, Kristen. Second of all, I heard that you had a guest host on your show tonight. I was on the phone and did not get a chance to watch, but I heard that someone guest hosted for you. I don't know if that's true or not.
Who is it? I didn't see. I was too busy doing things. What happened?
It was Deb. No,
Deb Trader.
No. I think, did I hear Who's Your Cold Case guest hosted tonight?
Oh, not sure. I've heard the name, but I don't know who that is.
You've seen the name.
Sure.
Great guy. Or great person, I'm sorry.
You know what? I think I heard the name last year. I remember.
Oh, Steve and Who's Your Cold Case.
Steve
is such a little sleuth.
Adam? Hi. This way.
I can never do it.
I know. Okay. Gotcha? Okay.
Got ya.
All right, traders. Oh, Steve. Yeah, I didn't hear about this at all whatsoever. First me hearing about it. Yeah. Anyways, Kristen.
Bet that was a monotone episode.
Yeah. Still got that cough. Still got that popcorn. Who made me eat the popcorn? Miss Dog Lover.
Oh, wow.
I'm just going to drop it into the chat because I'm too lazy to email you.
HTC performed at Abby and Libby Park. Oh, wow. That was on Kristen's channel tonight?
Great. That's nice.
Kristen, why don't you pop on and tell us about it?
Oh, yeah. Kristen hasn't even been on our channel before.
I know you're not. I know you're still recovering, but if you wanted to pop in for 5 minutes and just tell us about it, we can send everyone over to watch it on replay.
How is it that Miss Dog Lover, I dropped you the link there. How is it that everybody knows about this live besides me? Was I sleeping?
Kristen asked that we not tell you.
Oh, okay. I understand then. Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah, sometimes when someone comes to like a party, they're like, "Oh, wait, what are they doing here?" So chats.
I get it. I would sap all the attention away. Sunny's coming, so attention getter.
It's kind of like when Cop Facts pops into a live and everyone's like, Cop Facts. No one wanted to take the attention away, so they were like, "Don't tell Sunny."
Oh, well, don't worry, because Deb said that Deb was like, what, I've had enough of those two. I'm going over to Steve's channel.
Right. Kristen said, "Where's the link? Do you want to drop it in there one more time?"
No. Where's my wristband?
Right.
I can't see the bartering going on here yet.
Oh, shoot.
What happened, Adam? Hi,
Adam. I exited out of Safari and I thought that it was going to close it out, but it didn't.
Fine. You drive a hard bargain, Kristen. Let's do this. Come on.
I'm excited about it, to hear about Who's Your Cold Case performing at the park. That's cool.
Yeah. Well,
Sunny, by the way, not to change the subject, guess who Deb's having lunch with on Monday?
Who? Doug Carter?
No.
Steve?
Deb. Do you have anything to say for yourself, Mrs.
Fettuccine Alfredo?
My girl, Sloopy.
Really? What's that word that rhymes with itch and ditch and witch? I think it's witch. It's close. I feel like it's a separate letter. That's not.
Deb took a list of my favorite people and she's like, check.
Adam, I think it was more like this. Adam, checkmate. I think that's more what it was. So selfish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then you guys wonder why she's not on the live right now.
Right. No, I'm not jealous at all, Deb. I'm not jealous at all.
I don't really see.
I've decided to cut a few people out of my life, and that's for the best.
That was one of them. What do I want to do now? What do I want to do? Let's see here.
I bet she goes to the same restaurant she went to lunch with Mel at. At Daisy.
Isn't she just a little gallivanter that's sitting there going, "Oh, I'm just gonna who next, Deb? Who is it next?" Honestly, but you know what?
Personally, if I lived in Indiana, I would be very offended if I hadn't been to lunch with Deb. For everyone watching, Never Silent. Never Silent. Has Deb invited you to lunch?
Should we dox her? Should we dox? Oh shoot, Christine, Sarah, better shut up. All right. Oh, keep it classy. Keep it classy.
Hey.
Should we dox? Oh shoot.
Hey, you guys.
Better shut up.
How are you?
I hear an echo.
Hey.
Should we dox? Oh shoot.
Hey, you guys. How are you?
I hear an echo.
Hey.
I'm good.
I'm hearing an echo, Kristen. Is that good now? Are we good?
Mm-hmm.
I think we're good. You know what? We were just trying to be serious, and then Fig walks in the room, changes everything up. Something like that happened. I'm not really sure. Sorry, Fig. Yeah. How you doing, Kristen? It's
okay.
nice to have you on.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
You look you look very well rested for someone that was in the hospital a week ago today.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I've been getting a lot of sleep. Let's put it that way.
Good. So what's going on?
Thank you guys so much for all your comments and your prayers. It's been overwhelming. Everybody's love. Deb, you too. I mean, all of you guys.
We have no heart.
I mean, I'll pray harder when I get my wristband.
We pray harder than Deb.
Hey, I sent it. I don't know anything about Canadian.
I know. I'm teasing.
I can say on behalf of Sunny and I, we pray harder than Deb.
We do.
He doesn't pray.
In fact, Kristen, if there's anyone that's probably does the least amount of praying, it's Steve. Actually,
I pray even extra for Deb.
I pray extra for Steve.
Well, I would too.
Next time you have special hosts, just ask Deb.
I was like,
I wanted to ask Adam, but he's in such high demand.
I don't know. We're gonna have to
with ISP.
Is that what it is?
I wonder what other person we could choose, Deb. I feel like this has gone south very fast for us.
No.
Adam? Just kidding.
No, but Kristen, so you had a live tonight. So who's your cold case and Steve hosted for you?
Steve from True Crime Web. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So I'll have to go back and watch it. Please drop the link in the chat because I know you can do that. I was told about it from two other people actually, but I've been on the phone all night, so I haven't had a chance to do anything on YouTube.
They were great. Steve also hosted for me on Thursday night by himself, but both shows were fantastic. He has so much information when it comes to crime scenes and
absolutely.
I mean, it's just I could just listen to him about the forensic for hours. The forensic.
Oh, I know. He does so much research on Google before he hosts.
I can't get
funny.
Honestly,
so funny.
You could never get me that motivated. I am too unstructured of a person to do that stuff.
I've never seen a Chippendales dancer so committed to the character they play.
Okay, you had to have watched MOB, right?
No.
Oh God, because you just said Chippendales, and he put out a video.
Who is this?
MOB.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
So he put out a members only video today about Gary Hughes.
Gary Hughes. Gary Hughes, that person?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And it was his audition for the Chippendales. You guys should watch it.
Well, hold on. No, that's wrong. His name is.
We're not ones for drama over here.
Well, I'm not either. But I happen to be a member of that channel, so I actually saw it, and it actually made me laugh.
Right.
Thank
Kristen,
you for subscribing, Gray Hughes. Gray Hughes. Gray Pubes he just subscribed to us. Watch him unsubscribe in about 10 minutes here, but right now he just subscribed to us. And hold on, I need to verify this.
Are you kidding?
No,
The third.
The ears were burning. And he was like, oh my God, Sunny and Adam are on. And oh my God, Kristen's coming on too. Oh my God, this house is full tonight. Well,
This is great.
116 is not bad. It's doable.
Oh my God.
Right.
I know.
We know
That's
that.
what I was thinking.
But
I literally looked down.
I don't know Chris, but he does seem like a good guy.
Hold on.
Yeah, I don't know him real well, but one of my moderators mods for him, and she says he's really great. So I like some of his content. I don't agree with everybody that I watch, but I love you guys.
Thank you. We love you. I like a lot of creators. I like some of the things a lot of creators put out. I just don't know who has time to watch all of it. Like it's hard for me to even the people I love, you know, like it's hard to catch everything. Like I told Fig recently, I was like, oops, I forgot to watch your video.
Hey, that's not Gray Hughes. Color us stupid.
Come on, Sunny.
You know what? I thought I was in the presence of goodness here.
You are.
You are.
Christ's sakes.
You said true crime.
Yeah. My bad. But no, seriously. I'm a little bit hurt right now because I literally thought that, oh my God, Hughes is in the house. I was looking for a signed autograph or something.
Was it a troll? We don't have those, right?
I don't think they chatted, and I don't think they just subscribed. That's fine. Cool. Hey, thanks.
Yeah, can you donate while you're in here, Gray Hughes? Because, I mean, it's donation night tonight. I swear, I 100% will go to me and Adam. Deb won't get a cut at all. Okay.
Hi there, Love is Unconquerable. I love your name. It's a great name.
What's it?
Love is Unconquerable.
Oh.
But hello.
Hey, I know who that name is, or who should have that name, and it rhymes with mound of shit. No, actually, it doesn't rhyme with mound of shit. No. Willith. Wilted. Sorry, I got it wrong again.
Loki, yes, Captain Howdy does have a new video. I've not, and I love Captain Howdy, and I've not watched his video yet either. Kristen, can I say to you really quickly? We love Allie, and I know that you guys are good friends.
Yes, we are.
I think by osmosis, I feel like Allie's almost here because you're here. So
she's amazing.
She sent a very nice email back. Yes, she did, and she said it. Go ahead.
Yeah, she's wonderful. She's one of the smartest women. I mean, when it comes to true crime around here, trust me.
Was that after me or before me?
She does so much good research. We got started with Flora together. So that's how she and I really found each other. She found my channel and then everything went from there. But yeah, she's amazing.
Yeah.
She kind of told us that she gave you your start.
We started together. It's kind of weird because we did start our channels almost at the same time.
She did say that, yeah. No.
Yeah, it's really weird.
We had an infectious smile. Like I have found myself actually since I met her the other night, like trying to make a point to smile more because like she has such an infectious, optimistic outlook on things and smile that she was a good energy to be around.
Yes, and she does, and she's just an all-around good person, and if you're around her, you're like that. You can't really be down when you're around Allie because she just picks you up.
Yeah, I can sense that.
So I feel like I need that in my life.
You do. Everybody does.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't know how Deb is so smiley every single damn day. I just don't know how she does that, to be honest.
She's around us.
Or that.
That must be what it is, for sure.
I feel like she's just this ray of sunshine. Actually, we got the wrong names here. She should be Sunny, and I should be, just Cloudy and Justice.
I mean, I kind of feel like if I were Deb and I got to spend my days with Sunny and Adam, I'd be happy all the time too.
I know that's where I'm at. I would feel that way too.
Mm.
She's really lucky, actually. Think about it, Sunny. She's very lucky. Deb is.
We should take away some of her pay. all those all those thousands that she gets every couple of weeks, a month or whatever.
Emailing her right now, being like, "Would you like to join my channel?"
Yeah. Oh, Miss Dog Lover, type in chat, Miss Dog Lover, that's you. So I believe that it's you. Talk to me, Miss Dog Lover.
Deb said, "I'm laughing at you two all day long."
I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you.
Where is she? She's
driving home from her son's soccer game.
Okay. I was just curious as to where she was. I was hoping that you guys hadn't pushed her to the bleachers or something, but I didn't think you would.
Deb's not a bleachers girl.
Miss Dog Lover, hold on a second. Tell her, Miss Dog Lover, type in the chat that it's you. I just want to hear it, even if it's fake. Just say it's you. Show me your face, actually. Show me something.
Oh, Emil Smith said, Allie has the sweetest voice I've ever heard. Aw. She does.
She typoed. She meant Sunny. Typo. Can you change that up, please? Okay. I just don't trust that's, I hate it when I don't usually like to drop a link in there. But Miss Dog Lover, come on, is that you? But it looks like you. Do I risk it for the biscuit?
Steffa said, I did not get a notification you were all live. I'm so happy.
Sonny, did you see it? She typed in the private chat, it's me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shoot, I can see it, girls. Okay, all right. Oh, hi.
Steffa,
okay.
we're not saying that was intentional. You didn't get a notification, but take it as you will.
Okay. Oh, but yeah, okay. So are you on you're on the med? Hey, Adam, can you get serious for a second? Kristen, are you on the med?
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel really good. It was really scary. What happened to me. I felt like I was having a heart attack, but it wasn't. I actually had a really fast heartbeat, like about 184, and it wouldn't go away. It wouldn't stop. So it was really awful. Yeah, it was awful. And I was laying in bed when it happened, so wasn't doing anything.
Right, well, you were in our chat that night.
I was.
Yeah,
it happened probably about a half an hour to 40 minutes after I left your chat. I was just so excited about your chat. It happened. No, it was really.
That's exactly what happened there. That's the impact that we have on people.
Exactly.
If anyone has
cardiac arrest.
Right.
No, please tell us what happened.
So I had this really rapid heartbeat, and so anyway, I knew it wasn't normal. 911 was the best choice matter. They came and tried to stabilize me the best they could. Took me to the hospital. I was diagnosed upon entering the hospital with COVID, which I did not know I had. Didn't have any symptoms at the time. And so they diagnosed me with something called SVT, which is supraventricular tachycardia. They said I've had it probably since birth.
Wow.
A heart condition where the electrical impulses in the heart in the upper chamber get stuck in a circle. Like instead of stopping when you get a high heartbeat and going back down, it was like looped in a loop. And it would stop. So they gave me medicine to stop it by IV, which feels like you just got kicked in your chest by somebody.
Ooh.
And very painful. And that worked. But then I kept going back into it, like just like that. And it wouldn't stop. So finally they got the medicine fixed and it kept me out of it. I haven't had one since. I was in the intensive care unit for about 36 hours.
So is this a lifelong medication that you'll have to take? Yeah,
I will. If the medicine for whatever reason stops working, they can do a procedure called an ablation where they actually go in and they burn that circuit and kill it.
Gotcha.
I told them I didn't feel comfortable with anybody burning my heart right now.
Yeah, I'll take a pass on that.
I was going to say, if we can do this with medicine, let's do it. So, yeah.
Okay, let's say hi to Miss Dog Lover since I don't want to be rude.
Hi, Miss Dog Lover.
Oh, hi, guys. How are you?
Hey there.
Oh.
I love your.
I just fell in love with your voice.
I love your puppy.
Yeah, we've got 2 English Cocker Spaniels. They're a handful. Yeah, sorry, it's Kristen, isn't it?
Yes.
Then yeah, so I'm so sorry to hear about what you've been going through.
Well, thank you so very much.
Yeah, it's not easy, is it?
It isn't, but I'm really glad that I found out I had it. I've been having the symptoms for quite a long time, and it would happen, but it would rectify itself very, very quickly. This time it didn't. So.
God. Oh, I'm so sorry.
It was, a worse story because it happened. It was happening because of our show.
I know.
So
Every time I saw Adam, I would just lose it.
Like most people that see Adam.
I'm sorry, Sonny.
I know it's okay. You know
He's
what?
so cute.
I got Steve and Big.
He's just so cute.
It's a visceral reaction people have, and they're like,
I have to say, like, I seen you guys come on this evening. I thought you've been on it, haven't you?
I guess.
Yeah.
Dude, I only wish. I got it right.
When Sunny knows I've been on the phone all night.
I'm drinking water.
Yeah. I mean, I think if anyone's the lush here, it's definitely Kristen, to be honest with you. That water must hit her hard.
I could use a nice whiskey or something, and I don't drink liquor, so I don't have any.
Yeah.
I have whiskey if you come over, but you're quite a ways away from me, Adam.
Are you in Indiana?
I'm in Illinois.
Oh, that's right. You're in Illinois.
Yep.
I lived beside Kegan Dunker's grandparents' house. Did you know, in Indiana?
No, you don't.
He does.
Said I did.
I grew up in
I know that for a fact. That's not true.
Yeah.
I know. Well, you know what? That is one rumor. That's one rumor dispelled, isn't it, Miss Dog Lover? There we go. Got that rumor out of the way.
Miss Dog Lover, are you from London proper, or are you from north of London?
Yeah, I'm London proper.
That's what
Yeah.
I could tell by your accent.
What do you mean London proper?
Well, I can tell a different. I can usually tell a pretty. I think I'm for an American. I feel like I'm pretty good at telling.
Are you stumbling?
What part of the UK someone's from, judging by their accent?
You don't think she don't think she has a Cockney accent?
No. I mean, and her accent's different than blokes who's from a different part of the country, and so I mean, I usually try to guess what part of the UK.
Where's my husband's from again? Where is my husband's from?
Nuneaton, wasn't it?
Oh, you know what? You know me better than Adam or Deb. Thank you so much.
I remember because I lived up there. Sonny, I lived up there near Leicester.
All of the bums look like that from there.
Yeah, you're not supposed to like say that part. You're just supposed to act like you're just a freaking, psychic or something.
Yeah, no, I lived up near Leicester after I left uni. So yeah, I know Nuneaton. Yeah.
Yeah. My husband calls it the butthole of England, is what he personally calls it. I personally don't know.
And
it's not that bad.
And we've seen your husband's butthole.
You'll never let me live that one down.
I don't think Kristen was here that night.
I think I must have missed that episode.
Kristen,
it was the full moon.
It was the funniest thing. Adam or somebody wanted me to come on, and I was literally in bed. I look like absolute shit. I'm hiding behind my camera, and I'm sneaking on. My husband's sleeping, and I know he's gonna get pissed. But Adam was like, "Sonny, come on," or something like that, right? So it was one of those things. I accidentally turned on my camera.
Oh no!
And my husband just happened to sit up in bed at the same time.
He stood up.
Oh God!
And we got a full Monty.
He's got a full back, and then all you heard was Frank say,
"Frank Meister." Oh God!
Yeah, Frank was on.
Oh,
he was on. He's like, "Look at Sonny's husband's ass."
Oh my God!
Yeah. I didn't even notice it. I was like,
wow.
Exactly how I felt. And so I thought my husband actually didn't know that I goofed up. And but then he got a little upset because he goes, "Could you stop making noise? I'm trying to sleep." And then he went into living room and just started playing on his computer. So all that time for about 4 hours, I was like, shit, good. Like, oh, okay, this was the funny part, you guys, okay? Because I don't think my husband's heard or knows that his ass was just freaking hitting the freaking internet, right? And so Adam and Frank are just cracking sunny side up jokes. They're like,
I kept making boot jokes. I was like, well, look at his boot.
God, I didn't see that. When did that happen?
And I was sitting there going, you guys, like seriously, my husband, he doesn't know. Shut up. And Frank and Adam just wouldn't shut up. And I'm just like going, oh my God. So next thing you know, I panicked to hit the button. So even though it felt like 20 minutes, it only took about 2 seconds, but I was like fumbling all of a sudden, like, where did I turn off the camera? Because it was like that thing where I was like this, and I was like, and then all of a sudden Frank goes, look at Sonny's husband's ass. I caught it through the camera. And so
I think at one point you just ended the stream.
Right. So I'm sitting there going, oh my God, somebody's going to record this. It's going to freaking go freaking viral. Something like that. My husband's ass across the internet. So I'm sitting there going, Adam,
report you to YouTube for nudity.
Right.
And the funny thing is, it happened so briefly, and he was across the room.
Like
if it hadn't been for Frank, no one would have noticed.
Yeah.
Leave it up to Frank.
It was just the way Frank said it, Kristen. It was like, look at Sonny's husband's ass. And I was just like,
oh my God.
And he was like, look at Sonny's husband's ass.
Yeah. That was for it. You know what? We're going to make Kristen sick again. Thank you.
No, I'm fine. Thank you.
I have to say, it's nice to hear all of you having fun.
That's what I love about their channel.
So serious for such a long time.
Right.
So we have to have some fun sometimes, don't we?
Right. No, I don't believe so. Deb's usually the one that likes the most fun. We try to rein her in a little bit, but you know, her and Steve, they just get a little bit wild on us, to be honest with you. Me and Adam try to contain hi Rainbow Pup. But yeah, no, you know what? Adam's like, Sonny, want to do a live? I'm like, YOLO, sure.
Right.
And so tomorrow we're going to have obviously a great live. We're going to have Alex Voorhees on, and Alexa's going to be on, going to deep dive into a really great guy, honestly. I had emailed Fig and then said, hey, Fig, can you get him to check out somebody for me and whatever? And then I thought, you know what? See, what happened was when I first saw him on the Trendifier, I emailed him. I looked him up on Tellius, and I was like, emailed, and I was like, no, I guess he's not interested. Doesn't really, you know what I mean? I never got an email back. I don't like to,
hound people.
Shit more than once or hound people. So I was like, and then I saw him on Figs, and I was like, Fig, I need this guy. The minute I saw him on Trendifier, I was like, this dude, I need to have this dude. this guy's great. I don't know why. It was just one of those little bonds, like AWP or Gonzo or Cop Facts and stuff like that, where you just kind of feel it. So anyways, I saw him on Fig's channel. Great video, by the way, Fig. And I was watching part of it again tonight. I thought it was very informative again. But anyways, so then Fig emailed me back. Alex messaged me back on Messenger, and I'm like, dude, and I don't normally get a little bit struck, and I was like, Alex, is that you? Is that you, Santa Claus? But it's Alex. And I'm like, so yeah, very nice guy. So I'm just excited that we get to pick his brain tomorrow for sure.
It'll be a great show. I told when I closed out the show tonight, I told everybody that they need to watch you tomorrow night because Alex is going to be on.
Yeah.
It'll be worth it. He's great.
Yeah. You know what? Just a very nice guy. Me and him spoke for hours, actually. Don't tell him I said that. But you know what? And I was kind of feeling bad because I felt like I was hogging some of his time up. And he kept saying, Sonny, I'm actually enjoying what he said was, Deb, everybody else, was, Sonny, I'm having just as much fun as you. Well, not fun. He didn't use the word fun. It was like, Sonny, I'm enjoying the conversation just like you, because we were very connected on what we were thinking and how we thought and stuff like that.
It was really taking away from the time he could message me. So I was like, okay.
I said, Adam, I don't care that I'm married. You back off. This is okay. Back off. Anybody else in chat? Back off. Alex. I don't even know.
I love Sunny. I love Sunny. She reminds me of my boss.
Oh,
Okay,
really?
okay, Miss Dog Lover. Enough with the Brits.
Yeah. Well, I
I
mean,
love Sunny because you know what? What's wonderful about Sunny is you get what you get. Sunny is the real deal. She doesn't put on airs. She doesn't pretend to be somebody else. She is herself, and I love that about her.
Yeah, honestly, I've always been that way. And I don't want to say always, but for the most of my life, always. And it was, for me, it's kind of like when I see fake, I can smell it a mile away. And I always like to be myself. And that's why when somebody tells me to brush my hair, I say, kiss my butt. Like, go worry about your own life.
I love Sunny because of the opportunities she's given me and the amount of love and support she shows me, and for her incredible intelligence, her beauty, and her overwhelming sex appeal that she has that puts onto other people, including myself. I would be nothing without her. I was not contractually obligated to say these things.
Okay, Adam, do you want to suck up anymore?
He was reading that. Did you see it? She probably sent that to him in an email, and he had to print it out and sign it.
You know what?
It's just one of my self-affirmations that I apparently do to Sunny every day.
I'm just honored that you guys are in my presence, actually, to be honest with you. I mean, I just feel very humbled by that acceptance speech there, and that, that was awesome, Adam. That was an Academy Award.
Deb said that's the same speech she gave me to read.
Whose ear is it? Whose ear cold cases is in the house?
Every channel needs a motto.
Yeah, mine is. Hey, Hoosier. I can never say that word, so that's why I hate saying it. Oh,
Hoosier. Say Hoosier.
Hold on, maybe I do remember that name. Somebody had Hoosier, and I was
Hoosier. Like Hoosier.
Like, who's your mama?
There you go.
Who's your mama?
Right. Who's your mama?
Who's your
daddy?
Miss Dog Lover, your turn. Now you say it.
Yeah.
What do I say?
Hoosier.
Hoosier.
Hoosier. Say who's your mama?
Hoosier.
We're getting
there. Well, and it's Deb, it's Hosier. No, just kidding. I'm sorry.
I actually don't know where the word Hoosier stems from. I'm sure someone can tell us, Deb.
Is it a band? Hoosier is a band, isn't it?
I think it is.
They are, yeah. That's with a Z. This is with an S. Hoosier would be like the basketball movie with who was in that? The James Bond.
Indiana is very well known for basketball in high school. At the high school level, they play. I mean, they're just a basketball state, similar to Illinois, but yeah.
I just like playing with balls.
From though.
Illinois is doing better in basketball the last couple of years.
Can I just
at least University of Illinois?
Adam, you gave your speech. My turn. Okay. Can I just say, Kristen, that nobody knows this, so some people might know, but basketball, I played sports, and basketball was my main one. Just saying, this little fat ass now probably couldn't go about 2 yards, but I was a guard. Me and my twin sister are both left-handed, so we could never usually play on the same string because we're both left-handed. Anyways, the moral of the story is I just like playing with balls.
Maybe Anthony Greeno can coach you in basketball when he's out.
I think he's
a good basketball coach.
I feel like I would get some quality airtime. I mean, it might be because he whacked me or something, but I don't know. Okay, Kristen, don't make me say things like that.
Me? What did I do?
I mean, he has the experience with basketball.
Sunny, you just said that you like playing with balls.
No, I did not.
Anyone any in particular?
We call them cylinders.
You know those little squishy balls?
Yeah.
Steve, you know what I'm talking about, don't you, Steve?
Oh boy.
Watch this. In about 2 minutes, Steve's going to be like, I digress.
No.
I think he digressed about right when he came in, to be honest. Okay, you know what? Maybe we should get serious. Let's not. Okay, let's go on. Go ahead, you guys. Sorry.
All I can say is that I love the fact that you guys can be funny, because we all need it in this community. And there's so much seriousness, and we deal with so many heartbreaking things. And you guys do it the best. I'm serious. I come here for my laughs.
Oh,
I agree.
Well,
Yeah.
I hope that people come here for credible stuff too. But
no, we do.
I've always
Sometimes you've got to have a laugh, haven't you? Because it's such serious stuff, isn't it? Like, you've got to have a laugh.
I personally have always been the personality type to like be that person that like laughs when they shouldn't. Like, so I'm the person that like will like be in a serious situation and
then you're laughing. They're like, why are you
at my
laughing?
grandfather's funeral, my aunt was giving a speech and she kept backing up, and I thought she was going to knock the coffin over. And I was a pallbearer, and I couldn't help but sit there and be like, and I was crying and I was upset, but I laugh in awkward situations. But I do feel like when things are heavy, sometimes it's important to be able to laugh, never at the situation or you'll never see us laugh about anything to do with like Libby or Abby or the actual case. But it is okay. You have to allow yourself to have light moments and joke and laugh.
Yeah, it's like when we seen Blaine's stomach yesterday in the middle of while I was trying to show the tribute, and all of a sudden I seen his stomach.
But I was speaking to a victim. I was speaking to a victim's family one time, and I said to this, I said, does it offend you when you hear people discussing something, and then and that was something that person told me that was one of the hardest things, was getting to the point where they felt like it was okay for them to laugh, having gone through such a tragic thing, to have lost a child, that you feel like you're never supposed to laugh again, but that you can't not. You have because that's not living. And so even for the victim's family members, they have to have a point where it's okay for them to laugh.
Exactly. And it's one of the things that people said to me after I lost my son was, how do you go on and have fun, and how do you find enjoyment? It takes a while, but you do. And then people look at you weird, like, why are you happy? Or why are you laughing?
Right, you should be a certain way.
Like you're supposed to be a certain way. And I think that is so wrong that we do that to victims and the families afterwards. That no matter how everybody grieves differently, and you can't blame them for having a good time or laughing or whatever. They need that.
Exactly. I agree. And even just like people saying that the family were their behavior was strange afterwards. My brother was killed, and the morning afterwards I was up at 6 o'clock in the morning and I was cleaning the kitchen, and some people might think that's quite strange, but I just had to do something. It's just people don't understand until it actually happens to them.
Exactly. And I'm so sorry for your loss.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. It was quite a long time ago.
How old was your brother?
Sorry?
How old was your brother, Miss Dog Lover?
He was 32.
Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, we had his son was 18 months old.
Oh.
And my sister-in-law was 3 months pregnant with his daughter when he died. And it was absolutely horrendous. But somehow you find a way to get through it.
You do.
Absolutely. And I'm the same as Adam too. Like when I'm put into a spot, I'll kind of laugh it off. And then some people get mad at you for that. But you know what? It's the way I deal with things myself. Right.
I go into robotic mode where I focus only on the things that have to be done. Like I'm great at those things. Like you put me like at a funeral planning, I'm like, I can give me a task and I'll take care of it all. But then I don't let myself feel the emotions of it, because there are things to get done. And so I can come across insensitive sometimes in family situations because it's not that I'm not grieving. It's just that I'm like, it's easier to focus on the things that have to be done.
Right.
But
I know, and like, it was a question I wanted to ask you, Kristen, like, did you feel odd, or did you ever feel like kind of like the need to, like, say, you know, you were in public, like when did it feel okay to show happiness, or when did it feel okay for you
It probably just worked its way,
in a
right?
public situation? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. It was really for a long time. It was a long time because my situation, we were in Colorado at the time, and his story was very out there. I mean, he was in the papers, the news carried it, everybody knew about him. So it was like everybody knew us. So even if I went to the grocery store, I felt like people were staring at me to see how I was reacting to things. And so it was probably months and months probably before. The sad thing is, and you're going to laugh. Don't laugh, Sonny. Promise me you won't laugh. My son, my birthday is on Halloween. And so look at her laugh. She's just laughing. I knew she would.
You know what I was thinking? Honestly, you can borrow Deb's broom. That's no problem.
Okay. There you go. But anyway, and he passed away on the 16th. So his anniversary is coming up, and I still had another child, and I had to be happy for my birthday and for Halloween. And our neighbors actually threw me a birthday party. So here I had to dress up and, you know, put on this face, and it was okay. But I'm like Adam, it was almost like robotic mode just to get through it. So, you know, everybody deals with it differently. I just hate how with this case with Delphi, I hate how everyone expects the family to act a certain way or to answer things a certain way. And if they don't, then it means something. And I just like, you don't have a clue what you're talking about.
Like
I totally agree with that. Totally agree.
I'm sorry, Miss Dogliver?
Yeah, I totally agree with that. There's no right way to respond to something like that.
Right. I think forbid that Mike and Becky Patty decided to clean out Libby's room after almost 6 years of
exactly
when she left it. I mean, they made a decision to clean out that room, and they got crucified for it.
At some point, you have to do it.
Right.
You know,
and can you imagine
criticized for doing that?
Right. And imagine the weight the layers of emotion that were on them doing that.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they walked by that room every day for almost 6 years with leaving it the exact same as Libby had left it. And then they finally make the decision to clean out that room, and they get criticized and they get crucified for it. I mean, like, what vile, disgusting people.
It had to have been a horribly gut-wrenching emotional moment for them, because doing so made it a finality. You know, they were never going to see the room again the same. After they removed all that stuff, it was never going to be the same for them. And they knew that going into that decision. I'm glad that they were finally able to make it, because
it's important.
They say that it's very important that you get to that point. And there's no right, like I said, right or wrong. But I am glad that they were finally felt that they were strong enough, I guess I should say, to do it.
Right.
That took a lot of bravery to do that. I know that.
And just people's response being, how could they? I could never, because people that are on these pedestals, I would never, like if I were Derek Germ, I would speak out. I could never not speak out about my daughter, and the people that are like, oh, I would never clean out her room. Like, F you to all you people on these pedestals.
Watch your mouth. You're supposed to say it properly. Fuck. You're supposed to go fuck you.
Fork off to all these people on these
pedestals
that know what they would do in a situation that, let's be honest, not many of us have gone through.
Right.
But sorry.
Hey,
I'll get off my
barley.
And it's the same, Adam, for the people who who are always on the Kelsey train about why can't she remember things? Why does she change what her story, or why does she say things differently? First of all, she was a child when it happened. She
Second
finds
of
out
all,
her sister's brutally murdered, who was her best friend. Come on.
Right.
You know, I don't understand how people can be so mean
and I'm
and
pretty sure
cruel.
There's one channel that needs to be taken off YouTube.
true
Oh
crime.
yeah,
Definitely.
for sure.
True Crime Design, I think it is.
Yep.
So,
That's
Wait,
absolutely
can I really
disgusting.
quickly?
Barley, we'll get back to you on this one, Barley. Don't forget,
Really,
you guys.
really quickly. You know, I was, you know, I think if you Google like symptoms of trauma, I'm pretty sure one of the very first things that it would say is, you know, like not, you know, blocking memories out, having, you know, not remembering things 100% the same way. And so people are going to criticize a 16-year-old girl for like, think, oh my gosh, she said 9 a.m. and then she said 10 a.m. or, oh my gosh, she said this and that. Like, what are you people doing? You're like, there's no there. Calm down.
Exactly. It doesn't make any sense. And it's like, you have no idea what that kind of trauma can do to your mind and your memory. And everyone's memory anyway is so, when you're dealing with that, you have trouble going back and remembering specifics.
Right.
It's the truth.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Yeah. And who could actually do a proper photo fit, and
Absolutely.
you know, that resembles the person that you're trying to draw on that.
Oh, the sketches, yes, exactly the same way.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly, same thing.
If you look at someone that's gone through trauma, someone that loses their elderly parent will most likely tell you those first few days are a blur. You know, so imagine losing your 14-year-old sister when you're 16.
Exactly.
And we're expecting this girl to like have handled this situation with a photographic memory and never once said something different, when she was thrust also into the spotlight of being the kind of family spokesperson at the time.
Yep.
1 sec. Barley, no. Just to answer you.
And not at anyone's detriment. I'm not saying that, you know, the family shouldn't have put her out there. I mean, I think that she was given that choice and she wanted to do it for her sister. But, you know, to criticize a 16-year-old child is disgusting.
Oh, it is. It's so disgusting. And I, like, anybody that watches my channel knows how I feel about it, because I blow it up constantly about anybody that walks into my channel and tries to do that. They're gone. I don't even entertain it at all.
I considered one in point when like Deb and I were doing one night a week of where Sonny was taking the night off, and I had considered doing an episode one night, because people, you know, like, I feel like there's a fine line between criminology 101 and starting with a crime victim, and, you know, typically Ellie works from the inside out. So I mean, looking at the family is not unfair.
Nope.
In any situation. And so, you know, but I mean, people were so opinionated about this, like, but what about Kelsey this? What about Kelsey this? Or what about this and this? That I had considered doing an episode about, you know, at what level is it not okay to blame the victim or blame the family, versus what level is it okay to look into the family. And I really just kind of wanted to do it from an investigative standpoint of looking at, you know, like, what's the difference between asking questions and accusing people of things. And just in like researching it and talking to people that I was thinking about having on, I got so disgusted by the level of intensity of it. I was like, I'm not touching that. And I do think it's an important topic that I think, you know, people should, you know, because I think some people don't question anything because they're afraid they're going to come off as a family basher. And I think then other people don't care and they think there's a conspiracy and everything. But
would you mind if I just address this from a sibling who's lost another sibling?
Please.
So my brother died abroad in Spain. We're from the UK. It was negligent homicide, so like manslaughter. And it was all over the press in the UK. And to actually see that as, you know, his sister, it's so painful. So I can only imagine what Kelsey is going through at the moment. It's absolutely horrendous.
Absolutely.
Do you mind if I ask you really quick, Mr. Huggliver, how old were you when you lost your...
How old was I?
Not that it matters.
No, it was 11 days before my 30th birthday.
So he was your older brother?
Yeah. So yeah, they he intervened in a fight, basically. Lots of alcohol involved, and yeah.
Was it just the two of you?
Sorry?
Is it just the two of you?
Yeah, I don't have any other siblings, but I've got his nieces and nephew.
That's just it. Double rainbows. She said, "As my half brother passed too. The survivor's guilt is a bummer."
Yeah, that's what I've always had.
And that's what I think about with so much with Kelsey, because she dropped him off. She took him there.
Oh my God!
Oh my God! What that poor child had to live with, knowing that if she'd have just stayed with them, maybe things would have been different. Maybe we would be looking at 3. I mean, I've tried so much over the years, you know, to send her uplifting messages. You know, you can't do this to yourself. You know, you don't blame yourself for what happened. It has nothing to do with you. Yeah. But you know, she's going there. She's thinking about that every day.
And she'll never forget that moment, because
survivor's guilt is a terrible, terrible thing.
Yep.
You know.
And the other aspect she has that, you know, I know that she has to deal with is that 2 years is not like a huge difference in age between siblings. And, you know, same as you and your brother, Miss Dog Lover. And, you know, in Kelsey's mind, her sister and her were best friends, and she felt like she knew everything about her sister. And this is not anything against Libby, but imagine what you also then have to feel emotionally wise to go through realizing there were things about your sister and your best friend that you didn't know.
Right.
And
that's why she was so angry at her earlier this year when she talked about it. She was angry at Libby because why didn't you tell me this? You know, why did
and
you
then
not
how do you reconcile the fact? How do you reconcile the fact that you're angry with someone that was murdered, and realize that that's also an okay feeling to have?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that broke my heart, because I mean, you have to have an immense amount of guilt when you feel that anger, but you should have that anger. You should have that feel. You know, any child that goes through losing a sibling has to repeatedly go through pain they shouldn't have to deal with, even just because
exactly
the attention that they don't get because of all of the attention that goes towards the murdered victim.
I just hope that the family have had support to help them mentally through this.
Yeah, they've lived their nightmare on the internet, and my son passed away before the days of the internet, so I didn't have to deal with this nightmare of this place. They've had to.
Oh,
I just can't even imagine what that's
I'm so
like.
Sorry, Kristen. I'm so sorry.
Thank you. I can't imagine what it's like to wake up every single morning and have it staring you in the face when you're trying to just look at whatever it is, Twitter, whatever, and there it is, people saying horrific things about you or about your family or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I want to do something.
Sorry,
nope.
Sonny, go on.
No, I was
just going to say, I just saw so many awful comments on the Daily Mail website about my brother.
Oh,
awful stuff.
Awful, yeah. Right. And that's the thing too. So I want to say one thing here. I want to give Becky a shout out. And Becky, she absolutely knows why. We talk, but I want to give her a special shout out. This is the Delphi is about Abby and Libby, and it's not about the it's just not about the bullshit of it. Like the way some of these channels have treated that family is just horrific. And some of those channels got taken down, and some of those channels, because of that. And I think it's horrific.
Same to Anna.
Pardon?
Same to Anna.
Yeah. And we will not participate in this channel anymore with any stuff like to do with drama and stuff like that. Like when I'm talking about that, I'm talking about specifically towards the family of an Abby and Libby. Some things came to light that I wasn't really aware of, but just going to say that me and Becky had to talk about it, and absolutely understood for sure. And I believe that I'm going to speak for myself here. Anyway, so I want to give a shout out to Becky, but not just Becky, Kelsey, Anna, regardless, Derek, all the family and the friends that had literally had to watch this turn into absolutely a circus act in a lot of ways, to be honest with you. And it has right now, it's like one of the worst times that I've seen. With we won't mention her name again. It's like distractions. I don't really like the distractions, at all, because it's like if anyone knows, and I'm sure Kristen and anyone too that's watching, and support with Steph, Deb, Adam, we work our freaking asses off to support these girls to find their to hopefully do something useful. And if we're not doing, like, to at least to bring awareness, if it's not, do you know what I mean? Like, I know that I personally spend every waking moment thinking about these girls when I go to sleep, right? Hey, Kristen?
Yep.
When you go to sleep, when you wake up,
When you wake up.
Exactly. And all you can do is feel such pain, especially when you've had the loss of your own child, because you can totally relate to it. But it's the most hard thing ever.
It is.
Anyway, we will never take away anything from Abby and Libby.
Right.
Can
I also say really quickly, I also want to extend that. I know you said Derek. I'm Sunny, were you not done?
No, I'm done.
All right.
Go ahead.
Because, I mean, my heart goes out to Derek in so many ways, because, I mean, I think we all understand that, like, Derek has to understand that, there's a chance he was at the scene when those girls died. And then the man has had issues in his past, whatever, but he's now had to deal for almost 6 years with, one, the thought that he could have possibly been there. Like Becky said herself, 2, may have passed the guy.
Yes.
You don't know. And then 3, he's criticized for not speaking publicly. Well, why the hell would he want to? First of all, he's going through his own grieving process. And look at what's happened to his parents and his daughter, who have spoken publicly. They've been crucified by moving a book off a bed. They've been crucified every chance that people get. So why would Derek want to come out publicly and open himself up to that? Derek
and the family owe us nothing.
Nothing.
No. They owe us absolutely nothing.
I recently said that to someone. I said that too. And they should be allowed whatever feelings they feel.
Exactly.
Without question.
Yeah. I don't know why people think that this is a circus and that they can make a circus of it. I've never been able to understand that, or make, and we all know who we're talking about. We all know the creators out there that seem to think it's okay to do that. And they live in the drama world. I don't understand that mentality, and I never will, because it's absolutely horrific. There's other things you can do if that's what you want to do, and create drama, and not do it around dead children, and especially dead children. I'm just like, I don't know how they even think that that's okay at the end of the day.
You can lay your head down at night and go to sleep peacefully, knowing that you put a video out accusing Kelsey German of being a murderer. I mean, who needs a sleeping pill?
Yeah.
Because that is a vile, repulsive.
anyone with common sense and two brain cells could absolutely see that there's no involvement on their side.
You know the sad part, Sonny? Because if you don't know this case or you're just coming into this case and you see that as one of the first things you see, that could be the path you think, some people don't realize that people on YouTube are just giving their opinion sometimes. So, I mean, someone could look at that and be like, oh, I didn't know this. And then that'll be the path they go down.
Yeah.
And that's an injustice, and it shouldn't be allowed.
Sunny posted a comment by Steve just recently up there where Steve said that law enforcement does look at the family closely, but most of the time they're only looking at the family closely if the death has occurred at home or at night, not out on a trail away from home in the middle of the afternoon. They're not going to be, that's not going to be their first thing, but I guarantee you the FBI and law enforcement looked at every single one of the family members.
Right.
Can I say that always gets me for this part, for the stupidity of this part, when people say, well, I mean, I hope that they checked out that house near the, where the girls were, whatever. And,
that they never thought of that.
Like they never thought of that because you guys, they're so stupid over there. Like, I get mistakes.
Did they check for DNA? Did they check DNA?
I know.
Yeah.
I know. They think that they went to the Kmart School of Law Enforcement.
Like
it's just.
I think he left on a jet ski. I heard the killer left on a jet ski. That's my favorite rumor I've heard lately.
Oh, there's a jet ski.
Yeah,
a jet ski in the creek, right?
A jet ski in the creek in February.
Don't worry.
Oh.
Hi, sweet Caroline. Hold on. Sweet Caroline.
Hey, sweet Caroline.
Okay. You guys ready? We have to all do it at the same time. Ready? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Sweet Caroline. Okay. Okay. One more time. On the count of when I go 1, 2, 3. On the 3. 1, 2, 3. Sweet Caroline. You know what? That was awesome. Thank you. You're welcome, Caroline. That one.
Hear the British one sing. Calm down, everyone.
Yeah, actually, can we just? I'll take the solo. I'll take the double, triple.
I didn't hear Adam.
Actually, I didn't hear Adam either.
No. Sweet Caroline knows I don't sing her name. I was told once that my singing sounds like a bird dying.
Well, like a chirp. Would it be like a chirp?
No, I think like a bird dying. So,
I think I've been said that I have the tone, like the voice of a dog. But
you're good. You have a good voice. I've heard you sing.
But I can write songs and I can write poems. But anyways, I'm sorry that Kristen took you guys off course again. Wasn't me. Innocent.
No, it took us so serious there.
Yeah.
But no, I think, I mean, what? So, Kristen, how do you handle that in your channel? Like when someone comes in and they're like, "But what about this? What about that?" Or they're like, "I heard," and you can tell right off the bat usually from the first comment where they're going to go with their line of comments. But how do you handle it?
My biggest thing is always try to handle things with kindness and redirect them. I try to redirect what their question is, especially like if somebody says, well, do you think law enforcement checked the house next to whatever? Yeah, of course law enforcement did that. I just answer it with the positive of, yes, law enforcement aren't idiots, even though lots of people like to make them out to be. Keystone cops, whatever, they make mistakes. They're human beings, but they're not going to not do that. That's their basic canvassing.
Yeah. See, Kristen, I'm going to take notes from you here because if somebody said that, I'd be like, are you an idiot? Like, seriously? That's how I would have answered it. But
when someone comes in your chat and they're like, yeah, but Kelsey's inconsistent statements,
if that happens in my chat, I have Nightbot and I have very good moderators. And if they mention Kelsey in any way, shape, or form being part of it or whatever, they're gone.
Good.
I just don't even entertain it. I won't. I don't even warn them because it's in my rules.
Right.
And they drop my rules all the time in the chat, and I'm like, there will be no bashing of the family in any way, shape, or form in this channel, and I stick to that. I know people think I'm mean about it or whatever, but I won't go there because 6 years later, my feeling is if law enforcement for any reason had any reason to believe that this was the family, we would have been told that a long time ago.
And isn't it funny how someone can hear that when Kelsey came out and said, she was interviewed by the FBI 3 times? It's so funny to me how, I think logically we can hear that and go, okay, so if there was anything there, they would know. But other people hear that and they go, why did they have to investigate her 3 times? Why did they have to interview her 3 times?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like it's like an ideological thing where I'm like, I don't know how you bridge that.
She was the last person to see them alive as far as the family goes, and we know that somebody else did because they're the ones who did the crime. But they're trying to get as much information out of her in as much detail as they can. So it's probably really hard. They had to go back. That would be my understanding of why they interviewed her 3 times, not because she was guilty.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But like, how
exactly.
do you bridge that when you talk?
Common sense, right, Miss Doglover? Common sense.
Yeah. So they always say the last person to see or hear from the person is most likely to be guilty. Absolute crap, in my opinion. I won't go into it. Don't worry. I'll leave it.
Well, I was gonna say, I mean, do you have a percentage there of that one? Because I'm curious.
I have an experience of it, and I don't really want to go into it.
No problem.
Well, actually, I will. My best friend, she was 19, and we went out clubbing in London, and we left at about 4:00 in the morning, and she went to another cab, like taxi, and I went off in another one. So she went off in that one, and I found out the next day that she'd been raped at knife point.
Oh.
Yeah. I've not explained that very well.
That is so sad.
Yeah. It's very hard for me to encounter again. Sorry, guys.
No.
Thank you for sharing that with us.
You've had
So sorry.
I was gonna say you've had it seems, Miss Doglover, that you've had a lot of strife in your life, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I share really quickly? Just it wasn't me, but I have a personal experience as the family member of someone that went through that. I know Sunny and Deb know this, but my niece was roommates with a girl in school in Columbia, South Carolina, who got into the wrong Uber and was killed. In a really high profile case. Her name is Samantha Josephson. And she was only missing for about 24 hours before they found her body. And I'm sure a lot of people will remember the case. But the amount of hatred that my niece and her friends received and suspicion because they let her leave a bar at 2 a.m. by herself, I have never seen anything like it. And I mean, these were kids that were a month away from graduating college.
Yeah.
And they received I saw messages like, those kids deserved exactly what they got. They don't even deserve to go to the funeral. They're responsible for their friends, for her death. They let that girl, no friends should leave each other. Yeah. I mean, these kids were already going through hell. And I mean, then of course it's like the family member or someone like that. I'm on Twitter, like, you don't even know what you're talking about. Like, but
my God,
it changed my entire perspective about what people that are attached to a murder victim go through, and especially when it's high profile. Like, when the Today Show was calling me because my last name, and and it was bizarre. And so, I mean,
I stood up at the Old Bailey in London, which is reserved for the most serious criminal cases, and I gave evidence, and he got 9 years, I think. But yeah, terrible. We were both 19.
19, wow.
It just seems so easy to cast stones for some people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not. Like, even with Kylie Rodney, look at what people have done to.
I was just thinking about Kylie and that whole nightmare. I listen. I think it's. Oh, by the way, let's stop for a second and say, "Hey, Deb, it's so good to see you."
Hey, Kristen.
Is Deb here?
She's here.
Hi,
hello
Deb.
to her, Adam.
Oh, I don't see her there.
Maybe because you have glasses on and that you need a new prescription.
How about the fettuccine Alfredo?
Oh, he's still mad about that. He's still mad I didn't drive 7 hours.
Love is love.
My.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Kristen.
But I was just thinking about Kylie today. I was thinking about, because I watched the video of the car they have going into the water, and I was just thinking about all of that and how everybody was accusing friends and just all the stuff that was happening around her case. And what came to mind was something that my grandmother and my mother used to tell me all the time: judge gently. And we are so good at judging others and situations, and we're not, most of the time what we're judging, we've never been through before, or we've never been in that situation. And for us to judge that, to me, it's just plain wrong. And we have to speak out about it when people are doing that.
Right.
And you think that you're going to act a certain way if something happens to you. Yes. And then it happens to you and you're shocked at how you responded to it. So no, I don't think anyone can ever say, well, I wouldn't have acted that way, or I wouldn't have done this or done that, because you have no idea.
Right.
What you would do until
I would
it happens.
never stop searching for this or that,
That is so true.
Look who's in the house.
What's up?
CD.
What's up, everybody?
He's so dark. I can't see it.
I was just going to say.
He just gave me bad news.
I don't want TV on. I had to watch the end of the Met game. Adam, sorry, maybe next year, bud.
Oh, hey, I can remove you from stream.
Maybe next year, maybe.
What a great panel tonight.
Wait,
thank you guys. This is great.
Is he muted? Can anyone hear CD? Is he muted?
I can. You messing with him?
Oh,
they've been doing that. They have been doing that to me for 6 months. Okay.
Deb, I feel for you, Deb. I feel.
You ever set me next to a Met fan?
Yeah,
I do feel for you.
You should.
So, CD, do you know Kristen and Miss Dog Lover?
I do. I've never been on with Kristen before, but I've spoken to her a bit. How are you? Everybody's good?
I'm good. How are you?
Horrible.
Oh, glad you're on the mend. That's a good thing.
Thank you, CD, very much.
We had COVID again in the house. I guess that's maybe 8 weeks ago. It's brutal.
Yeah.
It's tough, and I know you have other things going on. Just take care of yourself. That's the best you can do.
That's that COVID. This was my first time, and I don't want it again.
No, definitely not.
Sorry, I've just come back from the loo.
I was in the loo too.
Miss Dog Lover.
I just got back from the loo and I changed my hat. I had my Niner hat on. I had to change it for Adam.
Miss Dog Lover,
it was in the loo with me, and I changed it.
Good try, Adam.
Miss Dog Lover, we heard you the whole time. You didn't mute yourself. We heard you peeing.
I did. Adam, I know I did.
She's British. They know.
She was trying to one up. Sunny. Come on.
I was gonna say. Did you take a poo in the loo?
when you think about how we talk as Americans, then you hear her. It's impressive. It is.
I know. I just feel so self-conscious.
Oh, you shouldn't. It sounds great. I got to be honest. Sounds great. You hear me from New York, and anybody outside of New York knows where I'm from. It's just labeled. It's terrible. What are you gonna do?
It's a beautiful accent. I could listen to it all night.
And listen, Deb, you might tell your husband you went to the loo. You know, you might let him know you're going to the loo now. You know, just sounds so much more proper.
Sunny has a great accent.
What would you guys say when you go to the loo? What would you say?
We took a poo in the loo.
No. I don't really announce that, Sonny. You know, if I said that, my kids might go to school tomorrow. I'll tell the next day and tell the teacher.
I would excuse myself to the water closet.
Yeah, or to the restroom.
I was going to say I go to the restroom.
Oh, okay. Hold on. We need some order in this house, in this court here. I can't. We're all talking. Okay. Okay, one at a time.
Sonny, you got a lot of bodies on here, you know. A couple
more. I
know. You might have to up your plan and a couple more. You know.
I'll just stay here and listen. I'm good.
A lot of bodies. That sounds like me in high school.
Sunny has a great what am I trying to say? A dialect. You can hear that where she's from.
Yeah, is that
with her a boot? Which says about, she says a boot.
A boot.
A boot.
I know.
Do you know
originalism?
Alex, you know what's funny is because Alex Voorhees, he said, "Oh, I said I was from Canada, Vancouver, Canada," and he goes, "I never caught that accent."
Never.
Then it was like he was starstruck, and I'm like, "Dude," so I have to keep playing that role of Canada chick here. Remember, Canada.
A boot, you know. Or A.
Like a boot.
A lot of A's and a lot of boots.
Right. But you're
I like when she says sorry.
You're British Columbia. That's a whole different ballgame.
It's not talk about me anymore.
Sonny, you know that, Sonny, I'll tell you something pretty crazy. When my grandfather was in the military, my mother spent, I think, 2 years in Newfoundland.
Oh, yeah. That's where Max husband's from.
That's where he was stationed. So she spent 2 years there.
Yeah, that's when
Time out. Kristen is officially one of us.
I'll be right back. My nephew's calling.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Oh,
Kristen is officially one of us. She just glossed.
Did you just gloss?
I did.
She did.
That's worth a donation.
Next time I might have more confidence to actually come on.
You go, Kristen.
On the video.
Right.
So,
yeah.
I'll try.
Love it.
I love it. I love this. I'm loving this panel tonight. Aren't you guys? Okay, you know what? Steve, know your role and get your ass on here. No, Steve won't do it because you know why?
Steve said I'm mistaken for Canadian a lot.
He's mistaken for Canadian a lot.
That's because you smell like maple syrup, Steve.
Yeah.
I'm camera shy. Sorry.
That's okay.
Are you?
Aww.
I am.
I'll
try next time.
Most British people are.
Yeah. I know. I mean, my husband's butt ugly too. I get it. I'm just kidding.
No.
I'm not ugly.
Neither is her husband.
A friend of mine from Bristol sent me a picture this morning, and they had gloves on, and I was like, "Is it that cold there?" And then they said it was 10 C, and I meant nothing to me, and so I said, "Okay."
It's actually really not cold here in the UK at the moment.
So I just have a weak friend.
It's just a cold heart, then, right? Miss Dog Lover?
What's that? Sorry?
It's just a cold heart you have, then? It's not cold. But
I've got a cold heart.
It's like
she must have found that cold heart in the loo, you know?
Yeah.
I like that. That's my ADHD. Loo just keeps firing. You know? I heard a great word tonight.
I was raised in a household with a stiff upper lip upbringing, so I appreciate the British way of life.
Is this mug big enough?
Good.
I'm trying to stay awake.
I don't know.
Trying to stay awake.
Wine in it?
Wait, what's the great word? Is it Sunny? You're fabulous, or no? Hold on, fabulous.
Hey, Carol. I haven't seen. Where's Carol been, Deb? I haven't seen her in a very long time.
Oh no.
I know.
Where's she been?
Carol.
She's usually around every night. I haven't seen her in at least a month.
You guys
Carol's in all of our lives, just not when you're here.
Yeah. CD, you just said I'm not making it to the lives.
I'm here much. A lot of times I'm here. You just don't know I'm here because I'm with the
I know.
So I can't even have my screen light up to type that I'm here.
Yeah.
You know.
I still want to hear this word that Miss Dog Lover was going to say.
Okay. Yes.
Sorry. What did you want? Sorry.
What word were you saying that was
fabulous?
Oh, Sunny's fabulous.
You're
fabulous. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, I want to talk like that.
What would you say? Fabulous.
Splendid, lovely.
Yeah, lovely. You guys
fabulous.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
Proper.
Kristen, tell us about Illinois. What do they say there?
She would be considered to be fantastic, admirable, compassionate.
Good.
All the words I say to myself every
Pain
morning.
in the butt.
What part
Beautiful.
of Illinois are you in?
Funny. Luscious.
Check.
What part of Illinois are you in?
Check.
I'm in central Illinois, right smack dab in the center of the state.
My cousin he lives in Champaign, and I'm from southern Illinois. So.
I used to live in Champaign.
Yeah.
Adam, I did not know that.
Yeah, I'm from a very small town in southern Illinois.
Ooh.
Wow.
Hence the St. Louis Cardinals fan thing.
Yeah, I was worried about that when I found out you were a Cardinals fan. It broke my heart.
All right.
Deb, we talked about that, Deb, because we talked about Decatur as well.
Yep.
Can you guys understand us in chat? Can you understand us? Because I mean, we're just all, I know we're meshing together, but as long as you can understand that, it's called gibberish. Okay. Yeah, gibberish. So if Steve was on here, all hell would be goose, right? Because everyone would shut up because Steve's on.
This is like Parliament.
Go ahead. Anyways, one at a time, people. Go ahead.
Is CD wearing his Met hat?
Yes, I am.
Damn.
Nice to meet you.
I'm a Dodger fan.
I can't believe Adam's pausing his camera right now to go get his St. Louis hat. I don't think he believes me. They just lost. He hasn't been watching the game. They're done. It's over, bud. Get a different hat. I mean, find a different team for this year. Don't embarrass yourself right now. He really went to get his hat. I'm telling you. They lost again, bud. It's over.
You know, the other channels we're just crazy.
I did want to see them win. I did want to see Pujols and Wainwright go again, get a little bit of run going, but it's over. So,
I'm
sorry. I'm sorry, guys. Who did I miss? The guy that's joined.
Oh,
me?
Yeah, you.
He's nobody. Don't you worry about that guy. He's
now I'm a little insulted because you wrote me a nice comment yesterday that you subbed to my channel.
Wow. Oh
yeah.
I unsubbed.
See, I knew who the woman with the loo was, but you didn't know who I was.
Well, you're kind of dark. Your picture's kind of dark, so she probably couldn't see your face.
Tell me your name again.
He's really dark tonight.
His name
CD.
CD. Like the record player thing, but it's CD.
Like the record player.
Yes. Good channel. Very good
Thank
channel.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Who's got the best channel? Sorry, Kristen. Who's got the best channel?
Straight from the horse's mouth.
Okay.
Listen, you know it just as I know it. Being a Mets fan is one of the most brutal things to be. Let's just hope it's not disappointment again. Okay, you got to be realist, but it is what it is. Yes, and I agree. 86, I was 7 years old, and I lost my mind. We were outside banging pots and pans after the World Series.
We're the same age.
Really?
Yeah.
1979 was a good year.
Yeah.
69 people. I was born.
79 was a great year. I graduated from high school.
Wow. Impressive.
I got nothing on 79. Sorry.
Impressive.
79. I know you like 69, Sonny.
Oh, it's a good position, and it's a good year I was born.
Oh, boy. Where's your husband, Sonny? Is he with your brother-in-law?
Yep, he's out there. He just got home. Oh, he's making this beautiful thing for a backdrop because he's a gamer. Yeah, his name.
I know he's a gamer. Yeah, I know he's a big gamer. What is he? Does he play that Grand Theft Auto?
No, he's.
Because I watched one of the funniest videos I don't really watch any of those gaming videos, but I watched a funny, like, little short came up, and it was some guy in Grand Theft Auto, and he's like on his mic and he's talking, and he goes to steal a car, right? And as he's driving the car away, I guess you could hear other people in the game, and the guy goes, "Get the F out of my car," right? No, he's got a Yankee hat on. Now he's really trying to stick it in, right? So the guy didn't know that he stole a car, that another player was in the car with him. It was actually hysterical. It was very funny. It was just a pretty funny short. And so, being a gamer, I would think that it's something that he would think is funny.
Oh, I'm sure he would. He plays Apex. He plays a lot of different games, but the one he plays now is Apex Legend, and he's been playing RuneScape again. So we actually met playing RuneScape. That's where we met. Like, it's been
what is that? You have like a Minecraft game?
Okay, let me just tell you.
It's like a world.
Kegan Kline has this game RuneScape on his freaking Facebook. I wanted to hurl a chunk. Yes, I did. Well, as soon
you
as
were
I
probably
saw
talking to him and didn't
She
even
probably
know.
played. No, she probably played with him. Listen, the guy lived within 4 walls for 3 years straight. I mean, what do you think he was doing? Because he was being his deviant self along with playing games all day. You know.
Well, it just grossed me out when I saw it because I was like, but anyways, RuneScape is a role-playing game, right? You can mine, you can create jewelry.
Role-playing. See, Deb, see where we're going with this?
Yeah.
Role-playing game. See?
Yeah, because most guys that are on there pretend that they're chicks.
Come on.
No, it's normal. In those type of games, they pretend like they're chicks. First of all, I'll tell you why. Because you have people like Kegan Klines out there in the world. Secondly, because they know if they're a chick, they can get anything from a guy. Because guys are kind of stupid that way. Sorry.
It's true.
But it's true.
Because you got lonely men on there. I mean, I get it. It makes sense. It does make sense.
You know what? It's just one of those things. Is that when you're a flirty girl, honestly, we can work men like no tomorrow. I mean,
it's kind of like Roblox. Even when my kids play Roblox, I watch them like hawks, because you have these people that aren't speaking or in the chat, but they're like following them around and just standing next to them. It's very creepy. Very creepy.
Can I ask a question?
No. Go ahead.
It's a bit crazy, but
we're crazy here. Don't worry about that.
Deb, this one's for you.
Yep.
Do you think that wife Lilith might be undercover?
Oh, whoa, that name. First of all, we call her Wilter? Willith? What do we call her again?
Wilted.
So, can I tell you
guys? We spoke about her yesterday. I don't know much about her. I know that she is in contact with Kegan. But what
3 times she'll pop up?
No, but what's going on with her though? She's really like stirring the pot. She's like Kegan's fiance, possibly.
She claims that she's known him a long time, and she also claims, that she's was or is his fiance. I don't know if she is.
After Deb, I want to hear Kristen, and then we'll go in order because I have my say on her too. So what you got, Kristen? What do you say
about wife Lilith?
Undercover? Do you think that she?
No, I don't think. I wouldn't think the way that she's acting, of what I even know of, definitely not. There's no way.
From what I know, and I know quite a bit that I'm not going to share, I will say she is absolutely not undercover.
Thank you. I mean, I would. Though, first of all, just hate to have the last name Cottrell. But anyways, go ahead. Adam, what do you think? Undercover?
I think that we are all God's children and that we all should with love and compassion. And
I'm just realizing what you had.
That I pray for her.
Kristen, you're a Dodger fan?
Me too.
I am a Dodger fan.
Oh my God.
I can't hang out here too long.
The only other thing I'll say about her is that I do hope that with her past woes that she can afford a cover.
You know what? I mean, I would hate to have that many. I would literally be embarrassed to have that many claims against me. To be honest with you, I don't know. Like, I thought 20 was a bit much, but if you go by your different last names as well, and you add them all up together, so that means that you pull out your pencil, Lilith, right? You start counting, go to each different last name that you got, and then just count. That's quite a bit. Do you need some help?
You think some of them are Elias's, though, Sonny? You think some are Elias's that she was going by?
No. Maybe one. She has a couple, but I mean, she has about 6 that I know of. Smith.
I'm not going to even speculate why, because I know nothing
She's
about her.
earned every one of
I
those.
don't even want to put out the reason why somebody would do that, but there's people that do that,
No.
and it's for financial reasons. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Adam, do you keep changing your hat?
No, this is what I had on earlier. I put on the Yankees hat just to mess with you.
I know, but there wasn't a tan one on right before that one? Like
no,
a full
this is
tan?
the one I had on before.
Oh, I'm losing it. That's why I need this coffee.
Adam looks fabulous.
You Mets fans are cool.
Great game. Oof, great game.
I'm proud of your team.
What a game. It was a good game. It was. How come Steve's not popping on? Where's Steve?
Because Steve knows he's a smart man and he knows that he wouldn't get a word in edgewise. That's why.
This many people, you got to just fight for your airtime. There's a lot of bodies here.
Steve's brewing a second pot of coffee going.
I think if you put another person on here, I think we might have like quarter screens. We might turn into ants.
I know. That's a couple more.
Are you over in the Flushing area? No, I'm not in the Flushing area, but I'm like, with no traffic, I can make it to Citi Field in like 20 minutes.
Hold on.
Nice.
You guys, note the name that's up there.
My neighbors went to the game.
Why? Hey, CD,
Double D.
This should catch your attention, CD. What are you doing, man? Your guy. What do you see in front of you?
DD.
I'm not a Philly anything fan. You trying to? Why am I being harassed tonight with teams? What's happening?
The name. It's the.
I'll just show you though. I'm not a New York football fan.
She meant the name.
She's not talking about the football. She's talking about the name.
CD's on football. I mean, in baseball.
DD?
DDD.
Yes.
Triple D.
No, double D.
Boobies. That's what we're talking about.
No, I get it. But who was talking about boobies? You just showed me a name. I didn't say boobies.
You are a good husband.
Can I ask a question?
I didn't see it. You know,
DD's a good husband. He was like, I didn't see that.
Listen, if something got thrown at my wife might throw something. I didn't see anything. And Sonny, I wanted to ask you before. Did somebody pop on? Did you put somebody up that wasn't supposed to be here that you flashed out?
No, she accidentally turned on her camera and she didn't want to be on camera.
Oh, I got you. All right, that makes sense. I thought it was another pecker person.
Yeah, no.
Sonny's had many of them. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Sorry to be
No, don't be sorry.
Sorry.
Who do you think BG is?
Who do I think
who
BG
Sonny
is?
thinks it is.
Yeah, you already know who I think it is. I know.
I know who you think it is.
You listen to my live. Who do you think I'm aiming at?
Is it Tony Kline or
I said and I took a lot of shit for it. And I said it right after Anthony Schatz came out and then Kegan's name was announced do not look past Daddy instantly. And that was and now it's all changed, but his Facebook was wide open then. And he was following, I want to say 400 people he was following. See, Kristen's nodding her head. They were all young girls. Okay.
Who was?
Tony. His Facebook initially, as soon as the Anthony Schatz came out and then Kegan's name, I found his father, looked at him. I'm like, wow, 400 young girls. Nobody's following that many young girls. Okay. No, nobody.
Right.
Kids are not somebody in their 40s. It's just not happening.
CD,
then I dope. What's up?
Have you ever seen his Arabic Instagram?
I've heard of the Arabic Instagram.
Yeah.
I've seen pictures, but I haven't been fully into it.
Okay. Just wanted to ask you.
And then once I saw his rap sheet and I saw, crime, when somebody's like a lifelong criminal, there's a ladder that they climb, right? And he started off slow, small, peeping Tom. Then that wasn't good enough. And he's peeping Tomming and then he's touching through the window. Then you have the physical violence start climbing in, and then you look at his son Kegan, who, he's had a shitty life. He's been abused by his father, whatever else. But he's been very content living within four walls, being a deviant,
I think it's Tony
manipulating, manipulating children. But
Sorry,
that's where it stayed with him.
Yeah.
Tony so for him to just expand out and commit a double murder, it just doesn't fit.
CD,
that
I
doesn't
don't
mean
think
he wasn't
that,
there.
CD, I don't think that Kegan was content. I think that he was extremely unhappy. And it comes out when he talks about how when he lived in Vegas for that short period of time, that he was happy and he felt free for the first time. I think he lived under his father's.
He lived basically. It's like you ever hear the Creed song "My Own Prison"? He was living in his own prison in those walls.
Right.
But what he was doing, there was nothing turning into a physical violence. You know what I mean? It stopped. He was getting fed the videos, the photos. He was manipulating Ford. He was taking advantage of young kids. But I just don't see him being a solo double murder killer.
He was looking up the dead Sandy Hook children's bodies. That disturbs me.
But he didn't see the bodies. He might have searched for it. There's no pictures of the bodies anywhere.
He did search for it. We don't know if
he searched.
Be found.
There's nothing out there. There's never been a leaked photo of that. Nothing. The most you see of Sandy Hook is the green carpet of the classroom, but you do not see anything else. Nothing.
Not even on the dark web.
There's never been a leak. Nobody took photos inside. Never been a leak.
Well, he was searching that. We know.
Yeah,
that.
he was searching it. No, he was searching that.
So he's looked at something, and he's interested in it.
But being interested in that and never. I just don't see it. I don't see him as a solo double murderer. I don't.
I don't see Tony Kline not being arrested by now after all these years, though. I don't.
And there's never in the history ever been a father and son serial killer. This would be the first if they both did it.
I wouldn't consider it a serial killer. It's a single offense of a double murder. Two people died, but it's one incident.
If they did it, I would consider them budding serial killers.
Depending on how you define
Garrett Kurtz is
in my opinion,
unless there's more things we don't know. Garrett Kurtz was very close to being a serial killer.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
Guys, do you mind if, in my opinion, I don't think that he's been arrested because he's under surveillance.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, he could be under surveillance. The whole thing is that we're closing in on 6 years. They need to have everything. It doesn't matter what time it takes now. They cannot make an arrest and be half-cocked. There's no way.
Right.
Wait,
there's just no way.
There's a difference between inclusion and the actual BG. So do you think that he's the BG dog lover?
Which one?
Oh God, that's a really difficult.
Or do you just think he's included in what happened to the girl?
He's definitely involved. I think he's actually the one that murdered them.
Okay. And CD, do you believe that there's more than one person involved here?
I believe there's 2 to 5. Two of them being included. And it just depends on roles. And that comes into play with, Ron Logan's search warrant. Right, the affidavit and the amount of stuff. Speaking of the technology, the digital storage device of possible pictures or the actual murder, that tells me what did they find at the crime scene. The staging alone wouldn't say that there were photos taken. So was there an indentation of a tripod, something to show that pictures or video was taken? Was that?
I've shown that there's a camera on the BG's head, and I've shown that there's.
No, but I'm talking about an actual tripod, like indentations in the ground. Something there had to be something to show them to go that hard looking for it with Ron, a 78-year-old man.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? No, I know what you mean. That something could be on their head. Yeah, I'm talking about using an actual tripod. With some kind of.
I don't believe Ron was involved.
No, Ron. Listen, if Ron was involved, they would have had him. They were the FBI was so hard on him that whole entire search warrant.
I don't think so.
Not all of that information had to be in there. It was basically going to be a copy and paste into an arrest affidavit, which never came.
Correct.
But Ron had to be looked at. I mean, he gave an alibi. The alibi the alibi backed him, and a day later he crumbled like a cookie and called up and gave it all.
CD, do you think? And then Kristen in a second. Do you think he was being set up though?
No, I just think that TK knew his property.
That he lied.
I said it 6-7 months ago that I believe that TK has hunted the property. That's how he knew where that spot was, where the kill zone was.
Okay.
That was honestly, if you think, it was the perfect spot to commit a murder. The way it was sunken in, and you had cover in three ways. There was cover where the average person could not see you. It was very well planned out, and that's why we're
very well
in
planned
on 6
out.
years.
Yes. Kristen, your thoughts? You think that, first of all, Kristen, do you think there's more than one?
Yes.
I mean, in all fairness, probably there would have to be, right? Because it's kind of like, here's this person, and then Kegan Kline comes into the mix of it too. And
Can I make one more point?
Yeah, go ahead.
Captain Burston was one of the best PIOs I think Indiana State Police ever had. And he always gave tidbits of info without saying it directly. Think about when he talks about the camera. You know, Libby's phone is showing here, but not here and behind them.
Right.
So I feel he's basically saying that there's probably a second suspect coming in from the back to take control.
Right. Okay. Yeah, because I don't believe that Kegan sat in the car and waited. I think there's partial truth there, but I think he was involved.
There's involvement.
Think about it, right? You know, this was very well planned out. It's like, oh yeah, you're going to risk coming back out to the vehicle to say, hey, come with me, and you're going to help me now. Come on, it doesn't fit. You know, Keegan's a pathological liar. You know, you're always going to find a little bit of truth in there, but 99% is just lies.
Right.
Yeah. Sorry, guys, but I just wanted Kristen to finish her thought on that one.
No, I'm sorry. Again.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, Kristen.
So when the Anthony Shot stuff broke, True Crime Maria and I were right there with CD as far as, man, we need to take a look at this dad. And we deep dived his Facebook. We deep dived his friends. We deep dived their friends. We found out a lot about Tony and a lot of the stuff that he was into, a lot of the things that made me think that this guy was even scarier than Kegan ever thought of being. I still feel that way. Now, since we've learned about his past and his violence, he just to look at him, I'm sorry, he has this, to me, just this look about him of evil. And that's how I feel about him.
He's a narcissistic psychopath.
Yeah. And
so there would be no remorse. He could go and eat lunch after that's over.
I think law enforcement definitely thinks that that they're on the right track with these two. Otherwise, they wouldn't be doing what they're doing. I don't think I have enough information to actually have an actual POI. I've never really put that out there. But I will tell you, this is as close as we have ever been, in my opinion, to POI.
To something happening with you're talking about POI or with the case in general?
As to the POI, I think this is as close as we've ever had to really having law enforcement tell us who their POI is.
Yep.
They're honing in on the Klines.
Listen, think about the 2019 presser, right? And Carter's words, shifting gears, change of direction. I know Captain put a video out. I did it like 6 months ago, and I got shit for it, that it was just words. Things aren't just words. You know, everything is analyzed and planned out when you're doing a presser like that. You know, they were 2 years in, I think it was 26 months exactly. They were hard on Ron Logan because of the FBI. I feel like Carter got with Tobe and said, we need to go in our own way now. You know, we followed them for this long. We have nothing. And I think that they went back, because think about it. Not even 24 hours after the search warrant at Keegan's house, the FBI said there's nothing to it.
Exactly.
They didn't even have, they took all of those devices. Nothing got analyzed yet. And they're saying there's nothing to it.
Exactly.
They just had total tunnel vision to Ron Logan because his alibi crumbled. People's alibis crumble every single day. Yes, you're going to take a look at them, but that you can't just focus here. You got to go where it takes you. And it does happen every day in law enforcement where you get stumped and you stay on a path and then you're like, fuck, I really need to go back and start again.
In the early days of this case, I followed it since day one as well.
What you're talking about.
In the early days, they told us that there were Carroll County Comment had an article about it, that there were numerous alibis or stories that fell apart. It wasn't just one or two.
Yep.
So there were a lot of witnesses or whomever that told them things that turned out to not be true or that fell apart. So
think about being 18 to 40, right? You had no alibi for that day, and people dime you out, and then you have the cops knocking on your door. You're gonna, even if you have nothing to do with it, you're scared shit. You are. It's just like, why are they're looking at me? I got nothing to do with this, but you never know. That person might be so paranoid that they have somebody live for them, and then it just crumbles again. That's the biggest problem with how putting out 22 years. There were a lot. I'm just going to say, I don't like criticizing law enforcement because there's reasons they did things, but putting out 18 to 40 is crazy. It's just crazy. Think about an 18-year-old kid could look like he's 16 to a 40-year-old man who could be 50 being 40.
Right.
You're covering 80% of the men in Delphi.
I need to say something real quickly here.
Yeah, Deb.
Whatever's going on in the chat needs to stop. Just everybody chill out, calm down. We're all
if
here for
there's
the same
crap going on in
reason.
the chat, stop, because we all know that I will freely boot if that's the case, because we're not here to attack other people. Like, it's like, I don't agree with the whole Tony Kline thing, but everyone has the right to their opinion on it. Doesn't matter. We all want justice. That's it. We just want justice.
Yeah, let's just stay focused on the.
Say thank you, Deb. Sorry to interrupt, and thank you, Sonny. I'm just gonna head off.
Thank you, Mrs. Much. Dog Lover.
Dog Lover, it was great meeting you. It was great meeting you.
Miss Dog Lover,
you too. You too. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Miss Dog Lover.
Thank you very much.
Glad to have met you.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay.
You're so sweet.
Wherever it was back to, go ahead. But as for chat, you guys.
As for chat, cut the shit.
Yeah.
Right? Cut the shit. We're busy enough here to be watching what your people are talking about. Right, Deb? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I didn't see it. I'm looking. I didn't see anything.
And we already know
people just get wacky. That's the problem. And let me say it again, because I wasn't on when you guys. I was trying to get on before when you guys were talking about it. The problem with this whole entire community and true crime as a whole, when you have people who are disturbed individuals who have channels, right, and they put out crazy shit, but you go and watch them and comment and make them think that they're doing the right thing, that's the problem.
Right.
So I'm not here to tell you who to watch, but use common sense.
Yep.
When people are blaming, I get comments every day on my channel about blaming the family. Oh, the family isn't all covered. They're not going to come out and say that the family's all covered right now. There's no reason for it. We're almost at 6 years. There's just no, it doesn't benefit the case. They're doing the best thing possible to benefit the case. And let's be honest. I mean, Murder Sheet's putting out a lot of information. Where do you think that's coming from? That's not just coming from nobody. There's somebody leaking this info.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's most likely law enforcement. It's just, they know too much. There's just too much known of what they're giving. Checking the fire pit at the grandparents' house, at Tony's parents' house. No, not many people are going to know that. So they're getting information from someone's giving it to them.
Leaking it to them.
Yeah, somebody. Yeah, and I'll tell you what's going to happen. I'll tell you now. So because of this is happening, ISP, they're going to give false info out to their law enforcement, whoever's affiliated, because they're going to try and catch the leaker. That happens all the time. Happened on my job. We had a case where there was 27 wiretaps and somebody put our lives in jeopardy, to where 2 guys were working one night. I was an hour away from them, and they got cornered by people that we were watching because somebody put info out there, and these guys almost got killed. It's like not even a joke. They were almost killed. 2 cops were almost killed because another agency leaked information.
And CD, that's what I was so upset with a week ago before I got sick, when I had my live and I was really going at the Murder Sheet, because I don't care who's giving it to them. I'm not 100% confident at this point that they are getting it from law enforcement, but if they are getting it from someone, it's not with law enforcement's stamp of approval.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Somebody is putting, not only are they putting witnesses, they are, which I absolutely know for 100%.
People's lives can be put in jeopardy when you leak stuff that shouldn't be put out.
Yeah, because of the stuff that's being put out. And they don't seem to understand that. And the people that just run around and say, oh, but they're giving us the most we've had in 6 years. That doesn't mean that we should have it.
What good does it tell anybody that's following this case that they were at Tony's parents' house checking the fire pit? It doesn't do any good to anybody.
No.
It doesn't.
No. Except it lets Tony know what law enforcement knows and puts him more in a chance of either harming himself, harming someone else, running. I mean, you got to look at it that way.
But I think he's so narcissistic that he doesn't care. Look at the picture that was put up a few weeks ago of, Peru's most wanted. And he was sitting there smiling.
He's smarter. He
just thinks that, they're almost at 6 years and nobody's come, so they're never coming.
Right.
No, I know.
And he's sadly mistaken because, there will come a time at 6 a.m. when his hinges get blown off. It will come.
An interesting little tidbit for you. When I heard that they were saying Kegan said that they burned something in his grandparents' fire pit, I started thinking about him and how he does like to make things up, but there's always a little bit of truth in it. Mm-hmm. And so I did have someone do some research for me because I thought, what if it wasn't the parents' fire pit? What if it was somebody else's fire pit? And this is what I found out. Tony does not have a fire pit or garbage barrel in his backyard. Travis Trexler's house that he used to be at and Pawpaw Pike does not have one either.
You can Google Earth it and you'll see.
And it would depend on that time, right? Travis's new location does not have it. The only one that does have a burning fire barrel or fire pit is the grandparent house.
So that makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah,
it does.
Right.
It does.
I did want to check that out just in case, he sent them to the wrong.
But that's what does happen, though, is where it gets to the point where law enforcement's going to say, how are they getting all this? Where is it coming from?
Right. Good thing they had a
What
river
did you say?
house.
Yeah. Right.
You wanted to break a cell phone and have them throw it in the water. Hypothetically, you could do that.
Right.
Well, all I can say is that, they came out, Murder Sheet came out and said nothing was found in the search of the Wabash for 5.5 weeks. I'm here to tell you, I'm not law enforcement, but I know that, Steve would agree with me. I know that Perry would agree with me. They're not going to tell us if they found anything.
They would never. There's no reason to tell.
They spent almost 5 weeks out there. I guarantee you they didn't stay out there for no reason.
Absolutely. And they didn't leave abruptly after.
What I will say about that search is that search is very hard to find whatever they're looking for.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Just hypothetically, if they were to have found a phone, it would take a long time to probably get forensics to try to cover anything off of that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Electronic device, if that's what
they found anything, I guarantee you it went to Quantico. I'll guarantee you it went to Quantico.
Yeah, absolutely. That's where it would go.
I just want to get this question in for Barley there. Do any of you believe Ron Logan could have potentially been strong-armed by the ring to help cover things up? And maybe Ron talked as well, and the interest in Ron was the front to throw off the perps, the real perps?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think
My opinion is no.
I think Ron really got railroaded with his probation violation. Mm-hmm. I think Ron passed away a little too soon from the stress that he went through. There's a lot. And the people that still keep sticking the dagger in this poor guy, let him rest in peace.
I think that Ron was, I don't really want to say a patsy, but he was an easy mark because of his past. And I do think that, everybody's concerned about his phone pinging outside and all of that. And
think about how big a phone pings.
I'm going to stand by my theory of what happened with Ron Logan. And I think that if Ron Logan was anywhere near that crime scene, it's because he went out there that night because he saw everyone searching on his property. He saw the lights. He wanted to see what was going on. And if he could help, he walked right down over that hill and walked into that crime scene. Freaked him out to the point of, oh my God, they're going to pin this on me. And the man did not know what to do.
Yeah.
And that's how I think it could have happened.
When I listened to Ron's voice in Miss Wonderful, I believed it. Now,
you mean that wasn't Mrs.
Not
Wonderful?
Whatever her name is, whoever.
What was her name? I always forget.
Look at the way Ron walks, and then look at the way BG walks. Totally different walk. His leg kicks out the opposite way. It's just doesn't fit.
Okay. So my thing is this: They have a 20-year-old basically sketch for a reason, not an 78-year-old man.
Right.
That wasn't even the first sketch that came out didn't even look that old. 45 to 55, somewhere in there, pretty much.
And Ron has white hair and a white mustache, and that none of that was discussed.
Well, then you'll get the wig theory, of course. But,
of course.
Do you guys, do any of you, the panel, think though, like, and just to ask you, if there was a guesstimation on something happening this year, do you think that that's possible or no, or are we still into the next year?
I was hoping the end of June. I was really in April. I was hoping the end of June. I really don't want to give a time frame now.
I was hoping June.
Yeah.
I do think we're very close. I really do.
I was hoping that it had happened by now as well. But I do. I think we're very, very close. I pray that it's before. I'm going to say I pray it's before Libby's birthday.
Yeah. And you're not going to, unless something really turns the table to where they get it, you won't see the person arrested on a Saturday. That whole Saturday disaster was just a mockery. It was a little late in the morning. It was like 11 o'clock, I think, in the morning, Indiana time. It's usually 6 a.m. No knock warrant, engines going off, flashbang thrown in, get the guy, get out. You're not doing it Saturday, 11 a.m. It just doesn't fit. But
that's why
you have
we
crazy
went live.
people.
Right.
Yeah.
We went live because we're thinking this can't be true. We're going to try to go live, and we had someone on the scene that was checking things out for us in Peru, and we're going to go live and debunk this. And we did. Yeah. We debunked it. And Daisy, one of our viewers, went to Gray Hughes' channel and said, Deb and Sonny and Adam just debunked this. And somebody else then went to Marvin Franks and told them, and it just spread from there. So
it was literally because the source was following Tony Kline that day.
Yeah.
And
he was at the farm store.
We have 20
cars, 20 police cars, even 20 police cars with motorcycles doing a large funeral. I don't know how that turned into Tony Kline was arrested. It's just crazy.
You know what? It was just spreading like rapidly, this stuff. And
that and the helicopters, all the helicopters that were heading to Peru. I don't know where that came from either. I was like, what the heck?
I think it's a perfect example of the fact that people are so passionate about this case. People care so much about it, and they want so bad for there to be some sort of resolution to it, that people, when you look for something, you'll find it, in any situation. And I think people, they took those 20 cop cars, the helicopters, the search in the river, and they put that together, and they were like, this is what's happening.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Kristen, was that same day you're talking about the helicopters?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That was on Saturday.
Okay.
I was live live. I wasn't live. I didn't go live, but I was on the phone with Gonzo, Perry, and Fig that whole afternoon trying to figure out what the heck was going on. And you guys were great. I was really listening to Deb because she's like, I got a person who's following him, and I know this isn't true. So I was relaying that to everybody, and we were all mad because we were, I think we were just angry because we wanted it to be true, and then to find out it wasn't, and how it started was just how it just blew up. It was crazy.
Yeah.
And like I didn't even join the live for the longest time because I knew they were live, and so I was behind the scenes trying to work on stuff as because trying to verify stuff so that we did present everything the correct way. The same as Deb was, getting information. We didn't want to put out anything false. So
because I know people were calling the jail to find out if he'd been arrested. First of all, they're not going to tell you. They're never going to tell you that.
It's not even that. It takes hours. He wouldn't hit the system for probably 12 to 18 hours.
Exactly.
They got to process and stuff. And they're not going to say, oh yeah, he's here right now. I mean, come on.
Exactly.
So
I knew that too, and I was like, come on, guys. Calling the jail is not going to do us a bit of good because they're not going to tell us.
Right.
I want to 1 second. I want to get this question in for Metal Mama Michelle. Hey, Metal Mama. So she says, my concerns with the Waterbeds, I have an answer for this. My concerns with the Wabash River is previous residents go treasure hunting looking for collectibles. What if during one of the excursions they end up with the murder weapon, etc.? So I have an answer for this. Do you what would you say to yours, CD, first?
The murder weapon, I feel, is in Vegas.
Okay. And Kristen?
In the desert.
Okay.
What if during one of those that they ended up with it? I don't think that that's where it's at. I don't believe that. I believe more than likely that it's
at the scene.
I don't know if it's in Vegas or not. He went to the Southwest as well, so to Arizona. So I don't know.
The only reason I say Vegas is of the retired cop that
no, I know.
Was friends with.
Yeah, Jan.
Very
Whoops.
Let's just say I did some deep dives on him, the rest of the family that's out there, and just some interesting things.
Okay.
Very interesting things.
Well, he had a really disgusting like and fetish on Pinterest. I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Him and TK are cut from the same cloth. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
Same
I just want to, one sec, guys. I just want to finish off.
And I don't like talking about anybody that's not here anymore. You know, the man's deceased. You know, retired law enforcement. I don't like saying it, but there's things that just raise the eyebrow. It just is what it is.
Yeah. Just Deb and Adam quickly, because I want to answer that question myself.
Yeah.
As well.
Okay. So, first of all, if they did find a gun in the water, if it happened to be a gun, it's illegal not to turn that in. So someone who would find that would need to turn that in because you could get into big trouble for keeping it. Second of all, I don't think that it's a weapon that they were looking for. In my opinion, I think they were looking for a discarded electronic something, phone,
digital storage,
phone,
digital storage,
something like that. And I do agree that the weapons are probably somewhere else.
Think about it, right? If you're a criminal and you're going to throw something in the water, would you throw a weapon in the water, or would you throw something that you think water would destroy?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Okay. Adam?
I personally think that it was a burner phone that they found in the river, if they found something. And I don't believe they found a murder weapon in the water, because I believe they've had the murder weapon since the 14th of February in 2017.
Okay. So there was a story going around, absolutely. And I'd heard it, but I never said anything. But then people were talking about it at the Wabash. And it was that a fact that someone had found a knife in the water, gave it to somebody else because they didn't think nothing about it. And it was only because the search happened that that person realized that maybe they were looking for this particular, but I'm not going to say it's factual, but it was definitely something that was said to me. And then people were talking about that right around the same time as well. Like, meaning I only said anything about it because it was being talked about. Like, obviously this information had surfaced somewhere. So that's what I heard. So that's the best answer I could possibly give, is that I don't have nothing to say. It's proof. That's just what I heard, was that somebody was, because of the search, the person had found something months prior. And then, but whether it's true or not, different story.
Can I speculate on one more thing really quickly?
Sure.
I don't like to speculate too often, but I'm in a mood tonight. So I will say that Copper Horse said if they took a flight to Vegas, I don't think the weapon would get through TSA. It would if it was in checked luggage, but I personally think they said, like, I think that they've had them. I think the murder weapon was at the scene. I think that's why in the Ron Logan affidavit, they specified guns and other weapons. They went around looking for unique bladed weapons and asking about people with knife collections, but they've never in any of the search warrants specified knives they were looking for, which is what's always led me to believe they have the knife.
Because
they didn't say knives, though. They said bladed weapon.
Bladed weapon, yes.
But I've shown the knife. I've literally shown the a weapon.
But now what I do believe is possible is
there's multiple weapons there, by the way, not just one knife.
With items we know from Ron Logan's search warrant that were missing from the crime scene, specifically 2 items of clothing.
Doesn't mean it was.
I'll speculate and say, if I had a theory as far as something that could have happened, if there was a film or if there were pictures taken, I feel like it could have been done for something to be sold in Vegas. And I think the tangible items of the missing clothing are something that someone that was into that type of sick, viewing pleasure, that's something that they would spend a lot of money on, is to have a tangible item from the crime scene, like a piece of clothing. So,
because they would feel like they were there,
Absolutely. Well, and it would explain why Kegan and Tony, why the items of clothing have never been found in a search warrant of any of the locations of anything. Same as like a little SD card.
Yep.
That's my speculation.
Also, to go along with that, people who are voyeurs, rapists, etc.,
you can FedEx a weapon anywhere you want.
They like to take a trophy. So to go along with that. Also, I don't believe that Kegan and his dad flew that particular trip, because there are pictures of them with the red Jeep in the background. So, and like the desert. Yeah.
I look at how much people pay for those OnlyFans and things like that. People will pay a lot of money for weird things. So
that's true.
With what
Deb
said about them not flying, I can tell you that one of the weird things about Tony Kline's Facebook was he always checked in for every single vacation trip he took. He would check in at the airport in Indianapolis that he was flying out. And that particular trip to Vegas that he took, there's no check-in. He didn't check in. So I don't believe they flew either.
Think about the incident that happened February 20th at the other girl's house.
Adam, check messenger.
And they were gone, and in Vegas, they were on their way to Vegas within hours of that. I think it's what is it? A 9-hour drive or 10-hour drive to Vegas from there. I think it's a 9 or 10-hour drive.
Oh, it's longer than that. It's probably 13 to 14 hours.
Let's say Peru, Indiana.
Oh, Metal Mama. Deb, they could very well have driven to Vegas.
If they drove straight through.
Right.
Right.
And then there was none. I'm going to drop a pin.
Silence. What is that?
CD, how can we let this happen? What are you doing?
He's looking to see how far it is to drive.
No, yeah, I'm about to do that, but I'm just my nephew called me before, and I forgot to do something for him, so I'm like multitasking.
Oh, absolutely.
Who's calling their uncle at 1 a.m, CD? Come on, how cool is this kid?
He's
how
a good
cool
kid.
are you?
What else are you guys saying in there? I can
you know about him, Adam.
I know, but how cool are you? They're calling your uncle at 1 a.m. That's pretty cool.
Well, his dad passed 2 years ago.
But he knows you're up. But so he knows you're the guy to go to.
Yeah, he's a good kid. Yeah, and he's home from school for the weekend. So.
Oh, how old is he?
20. Yeah. Good kid.
Poor kid. 20.
Yeah.
That's still a kid.
For all sorts of reasons.
By the balls, man. He's got.
I got a set of those.
20.
I know what you
20
mean.
in this year. It's a good time to be 20. He's got everything ahead of him. He's a good kid.
He's got more sex ahead of him in his life than he's got behind him. That's got to be a good feeling.
How many of you guys, can I ask you, how many of you guys believe that that Tony Kline was into harder drugs? More than marijuana?
I don't really know, because with his job, I believe you'd be randomly tested. Listen, I know a lot of people that work in jobs like that that'll, that we've arrested many people that use cocaine on Friday night. So by Monday, it's out of their system for a urine test.
Well,
so it just depends. Yeah. What did he say up there? What is he saying?
Deb.
What?
hitting a little the Tutorowski,
I don't know if they test at Chrysler. There's a lot of people that would not have a job.
I would think so too.
I'm not sure about that.
I don't know.
I would think that they would, but that's just me, just because of the machinery that they're using.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, usually even union jobs like that, usually, they get like maybe a 12-hour notice that they got to, before work, got to appear and take a urine test. Yeah. But like anything else, there's cheats. People have figured out cheats to urine tests for years. So you just never know. Yeah.
I've been offered money for my urine before.
But I'll tell you, Friday nights with people at bars and stuff was the night to get a nice collar for cocaine use and whatnot.
As far as Tony goes and the drug thing, I know that interview with his supposed friend that was done about a month ago. He said that Tony bragged all the time that he had done every kind of drug there is out there. So I don't know. Is it bragging or did he actually do all of it?
I thought alcohol was his drug of choice. I thought that's what you could tell by his hangouts where he liked to go. The Kegan.
Well, like even like strip, like I know you like that strip club and stuff like that. I mean,
the Kegan
strip clubs are just known for drugs.
Yeah,
that's where I hung out all the time too.
That place looks fancy, by the way. That gravel parking lot.
Oh,
what's it? Kegenstein's, right? Kegenstein's. Kegenstein's.
Who names their child after a strip club? You guys.
That just shows you what a good person he is.
I was.
Just shows you the moral compass that's in that body.
My parents didn't love me that, apparently.
Hey,
one hell of a moral compass.
Relative.
Sec. I need to talk to Kristen for a sec. Kristen. So when I was younger, which was only yesterday, really, I was at this, my ex-husband's brother took me to a strip club, and there was this strip club dancer, and his name was Ashton. Okay. This Ashton, I could have cared less how, I just wanted to see the act that he was putting on. And I was like, remember that song, Doctor, 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 that one?
You were there for the articles?
No, I definitely was not.
News. I got a bad case of loving you. That one.
Hey, we actually could sing that better than Happy Birthday or whatever we said before. What did we say before? I don't even remember. Anyways, CD, don't get jealous on those vocals right there. But
amazing. I'm impressed.
So
without auto tune, that's phenomenal. Without auto tune, I can't believe it. I got to hear it again.
So Kristen, privately, Kristen, without those other guys listening.
Oh, that's freaking funny.
I was going to name my son after that stripper because I fell in love with the name Ashton. And this is before Ashton Kutcher people, okay? And so anyways, at least before I ever heard of that guy. So anyways, named my son Matt, just so you know. So I was about to, okay? I was about to make that mistake and name him Ashton. My kid he was a Bam Bam. He was definitely a Matt. Thank God. But it was because of that name at a strip. I was going to name his son.
So Sonny, how hot was the stripper Matt you met?
What? No, I mean, usually I go to church, but this day I opted out of it. Okay. I'm done. That was the end of my story. Go on. Continue on.
Well, that's very interesting, Sonny. We have a lot of things in common.
Go on.
I've been to my share of strip clubs in the day. You'd have never known.
I haven't. How about you, CD? Never.
Yeah,
I've heard about him.
Yeah, you're probably 20 plus years ago. But yeah, no, who hasn't been to one?
Same.
Yeah, I'm innocent.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Wait. Let me just close my. I can still smell the place though. The musty beer. No, not like that, Adam. I'm talking about the musty beer smell. Not like that. Just that like where the floor hasn't been mopped in a few days.
You don't want to go into the bathrooms because it's kind of
Well, that's right? Not very true, Kristen. I got to be honest. I mean, I had a friend of mine that as soon as he walked into a strip club, he got so excited he had a crap.
Oh,
okay.
Geez.
And one of the places is like, you got to come in the bathroom. I'm like, why do I got to go in the bathroom? He goes, you got to hold the door. Men's bathroom, as soon as you open it, there was a stall without a door. So I had to
why there was no door in there.
Stand in there and hold the door closed, and it was I'm like, you gotta wait a minute. But yeah, the excitement, the person got so excited that they had a movement.
Look at unbelievable. Do you guys see this big lie up on the screen, Alexa?
I love strip clubs. I go every chance I get.
Really?
Female ones, not men. The men ones are cheesy. But
there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, listen, whatever floats your boat.
Well, no, I'm in admiration of like the skills they have. Like, I'm like, that is, that's
work that pole, huh? You like the pole dancing?
You just rock.
Listen, think about it today. It's turned into like a modern workout. People go to those places to exercise on the pole.
I'm in awe. I'm in awe of those women.
I just
the amount of work they do.
I might take up a class, Adam, and now we're talking about it. I might try and go upside down and vertical and flip around a little bit. Be very interesting.
I do that in bed.
I would pay for
in your high heels.
Deb started to choke. Did you see her? She was actually choking.
Yeah.
See, Kristen might know. Kristen probably doesn't know about how.
You're gonna notice it one day, Metal Mama.
I don't know what.
He likes to walk around in heels. He's got
I got some collection over here. Let me tell you. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I did not know that about CD. I'm learning some things, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I shove my feet right into those puppies. Oh yeah. I get in there. Yeah.
Sonny, what?
Oh, you guys want to see it now, huh? Fine. I'll put it back up there.
What are you doing? You got video of Adam in the strip club? I want to see it.
Sonny, ha 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 ha, you rock.
That would be funny, man.
That would be
so funny.
Rock. It says your rock.
Oh, you're right. I'm not a rock.
I think she was trying to say you rock.
I think she was too.
Yeah.
You know what? I was so blinded by the compliment there that I was just like, yeah, all right.
Metal Mama's got some pretty cool hair going there, though, right, Adam?
I thought maybe you had a rock on your finger.
Right?
Yeah.
Adam, you like that hair. You do hair. You like in that color.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. You're talking about Sonny? Or Metal Michelle?
No, I'm talking about the Metal Michelle that was just
I love everything about Metal.
Oh.
She's a cool chick, from what I know.
Yeah.
She looks like me. Kind of. Michelle?
They tried to make me climb a pole once in gym class, and
you still have bleach hair going? Your hair still bleach out?
Yeah.
I remember those days. Really I gotta get a picture and show you guys because my hair was bleached out until the night before I got hired. I didn't know I was getting hired. I was waiting for the phone call. Phone call came about 11 o'clock at night. My ass ran. I was totally bleach blonde everywhere. I ran to CVS and got a just for men. My hair looked terrible the day I got sworn in, but it is what it is, man. There was no way I was showing up there with bleach hair. I would have got torn apart.
I want to see pictures of that.
Oh,
they have a lawsuit on their hands if they told you had to dye your hair now.
Well, now, but this is 2001, man. July 2001, that shit was not going to fly. They would have told me, go home and correct yourself, and we'll see you tomorrow.
My 20th birthday.
Now you got people getting sworn in. They got the bold piercing.
That's hilarious.
Just,
Carol.
Carol, I don't know. He's got. I don't know what it is. He has this thing for me wearing heels. I don't know where it came from.
Someone said, "What does it stand for?" Once, and I said, "Cross dresser." I was joking.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. He called me. Yeah, that's so now he envisions me walking around in some Louboutins or something.
You told the story about your buddy. You told your story about the buddy that you all found his closet.
Oh, yes, that is a factual story.
And it all went from there.
It was a rumor until he had a house party, and that rumor became fact real quick. Oh yeah, I'm talking dresses and heels. It wasn't just heels.
In his size, not his wife's.
He wasn't married.
Wait, hold on. What was this in?
Yeah.
A bouffant?
Yeah.
A bouffant hairdo.
Is that what this is?
Let me tell you, Adam, that changed everything after that, man. We broke his chops all the time. He tried to play it off that it was for when some girls come over, they like to dress up for him. Bullshit. Those were like size 16 female shoes. Okay. I don't know any woman that was fitting in there. Okay.
He was getting those Coney Island girls.
They were monstrous, man. They had like the wide foot on them and all.
Kristen,
they were ready to go.
Okay, CD, can you gloss, please?
Getting those Russian girls from Coney Island.
I don't have any. Yeah, I use my vape. There you go.
There you go. Perfect.
There you go. All right. It's pink, so it's going.
You read my mind there because I literally was like, you guys,
Adam, I tell you, these are great, man. I quit smoking 5.5 months ago.
I know. I heard on your live. I look pretty cool. I don't know if I could do that flavor, but.
I have a bunch of different ones. This one's just the one for this week.
Oh,
you'll have to send me the brand of that because I'll have to look it up.
Lost Mary. Lost
Lost
Mary.
Mary.
I'll still forget it 5 minutes from now.
Lost Mary?
Yeah. That's it's actually a UK brand.
I thought Mary was
a United Kingdom brand. Yeah, they're very good.
Oh yeah,
Listen,
Big Mary keep on burning.
Not easy to quit smoking, and I was able to do it. So
I got this. It's been over a year now.
Bianca, I'm sorry to send you down another rabbit hole last night. I apologize.
Miracle, it is funny. I mean, let me tell you something. You got a masculine guy, and in his closet is wow, yeah,
wow.
Look
at Bruce. Mm-hmm. Look at Bruce Jenner. You know,
oh
what an amazing athlete he was.
Yeah.
I knew before
when you think about it, I actually feel bad for Bruce Jenner that he had to live up until 60 years old is a lie,
right?
Because he didn't think people would accept him. That's hard. It's very hard.
If you watch the documentary that they did on him, it's really sad to listen to what he went through as a little boy.
I think that's right when he came out. I saw that where they were at his house, his childhood home. I saw that, and it was
really sad. He was
Yeah.
What was it on, Kristen? What channel? Do you remember?
It's on Netflix. Netflix has a documentary about him. Yes.
Yeah. It's definitely worth watching because I believe didn't his mom say that she actually knew, like she knew from a young age.
She knew something was not right. He was trying to really be there and be that masculine guy for his dad. His dad was pushed him for the sports and stuff.
You know what I didn't like about the whole thing is how Kris Jenner made it about her.
Yes.
I know. Yeah.
I mean, listen, I get it that
he was taking hormones when they met. Like he was he was like I think he said he was in a
Caitlyn Jenner
cup. Like almost to the point when they met and he stopped and everything. I guess I don't know I don't know a lot about it.
Yeah.
But
no, I mean, I people make things about them, but you got to think about what he was going through. It's brutal.
Right, I do not. Okay, I try to make it about other people sometimes too.
Again, also not easy for. I do, my heart. I do have empathy though for because it would be an interesting. It would be an odd thing for the kid for his.
I feel bad for the children. Kids. Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, for the children, absolutely.
Anytime you have to change who you believe who someone is in your life,
I think
that's difficult.
Kim Kardashian was like 12 when she came home from school and found him in the garage.
Yes,
dressed up.
Yeah, she saw him in a dress, right? Yeah. Oh yeah.
Can you imagine?
Just changing the definition of who you think someone is that's been in your life.
Exactly, your whole life.
Also, you have to think about how big of a man he was. He was a big guy, He's like 6'2", he's 230, big guy in a dress walking around to scare the hell out of anybody.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean,
I've even told several of my friends that when they've come out, even just like being gay before, like that. As far as I'm like, you have to give the people in your life the benefit of the doubt that you can't expect someone to flip a switch and change every opinion and like an identity they've ever had of you. I'm like, doesn't mean that they don't accept you just because they may take a minute to go through the process of changing their definition of your identity to them. Or,
that makes. It does make sense. No, absolutely. It's just the way Kris Jenner approached it was kind of like, how could he? How could he?
I don't have children, but I mean, like even with parents, I mean, I would think that if a child comes home and they tell you something that changes, I think you kind of have outlooks for your children, I would assume, and what you think what you hope their life's going to be like, and what you hope for them, and who you think they are, and it's going to take you a minute to change those thoughts, when they come to you with something like that. So I always try to tell my friends or people, give the people in your life the benefit of the doubt to let them. You may have known this your whole life, but they're just finding out. So let them discover who you are now without villainizing.
But the only thing that is sad is how some of these parents that never accept it.
I know,
and would rather like banish their child from the family instead of accepting.
Can't imagine.
No, I can't either. I
had a
can't
friend.
I got 3 kids, and I could never imagine.
This makes light of.
I can never not love my children. Never.
No.
I had a friend that was Hispanic, growing in my early 20s, whose parents were very devout Catholic, and they didn't accept him, and so they sent him to live with priests for the summer. And
wow.
in my, of course, like I'm the sarcastic friend. That's
I know where you're going with that.
So
I know what you're going to say.
You didn't come back any less gay than you left, right?
Oh man!
So, but the sad thing is, he doesn't have a relationship with his family.
It's terrible.
But he's still gay.
That's so
terrible.
sad.
It's terrible. But think about it. It wasn't going to change anything. It wasn't going to change anything. How could you not accept your child? It doesn't make sense.
Hopefully,
love is not a button that you just let me just turn this switch off. Like it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's sick.
Right.
You'd rather your child to suffer and go through life not having their family. It's bananas. It's bananas.
I'll tell you though, the one thing my dad ever said to me when that happened, when that situation came about was,
Kristen, I got
I'll never, because I have amazing parents. The only thing my dad ever said to me was, he said, the only thing about this that makes me sad is that I don't want you to ever go through your life and be lonely. And I know that your life is going to be harder than it has to be already. And I just hate the idea that you could ever be lonely in your life. But I thought that was the sweetest thing, because he said it didn't change it.
But that's more or less him caring. That's him caring, not shutting you out.
Exactly. I have amazing parents.
Adam,
that's awesome. That's good to hear. It really is awesome.
How can you be lonely when you got the captain?
Oh boy,
right? Thanks, Sonny.
Water.
Giggle fest coming soon.
Sonny's like, how can you be lonely when you're single and have a cat?
Oh boy, she's really swigging it too.
I'm just prepping up for my Super Bowl.
Sonny,
let me tell you, you gotta up your ice game over there. Buy some of those round molds on Amazon and keep
That's
that
what
shit
they are.
cold. No, you gotta get the bigger
ones.
Those
the round ones.
No, the
Sonny,
big ones.
My family understands that I'm lonely because of my personality.
Definitely, Adam. Did your nose just grow?
They're like, oh, it has nothing to do with the fact that you're gay. It's just your personality that keeps other people away.
And then there was
funny.
like,
that's pretty funny.
Somebody watching TV, CD. Is that why the light keeps doing that? Oh no, that was your phone. Your phone.
No, that's my TV.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Kristen, how is your husband?
I'm impressed. I got a new OLED TV. It's amazing.
I meant to ask you that earlier.
Yep.
How was your husband?
Her husband was sick right after she was.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. He had COVID too. COVID?
Yep.
I think we've all been there. I think all of us have been there.
Yeah, we had it twice in my house. Sucks.
No doubt.
Nasty stuff.
Yeah.
Have not had it that I know of. I mean, I haven't had it
Very
that
lucky.
I know of. Yeah.
Very lucky.
Not to get on that topic, but
water is good.
Not to get on that whole topic, but have y'all had your boosters?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I have a booster suite. That's about it.
No, you said no.
I've been vaccinated before, but I'm not doing boosters and stuff.
I didn't. I did my 2 shots and that was it.
Yeah.
I got my booster on Tuesday and was diagnosed with COVID on Friday.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Oh.
That's crazy.
You kind of already had it, probably, Kristen. Then.
Yeah. Yeah. No, she definitely had it. Yeah.
I was thinking about going tomorrow, and so because I'm going out of the country in November, and so I wasn't going to get the booster, but now that the new one's out, and I'm going out of the country, I wasn't sure. So I don't know. I'm up in the air about it.
Adam, I would do it. My son and their whole soccer team, went to Europe, and they all had to have the booster. The university said they had to. Not one. I mean, they were everywhere.
Yeah, well,
they were
I think
everywhere.
all universities made everybody get vaccinated last year. Everybody had to get vaccinated to stay at school.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Right, but that's not why. No, that's not like that anymore. You don't have to anymore. They had to have the booster in order to go to Europe to play soccer. And so all of them, there were 40 some kids, they all came back fine. So I think that it really, was a good thing. They were on planes. They were in crowds of people, sightseeing, everything.
Cool.
I was just curious. I want to get into the whole COVID thing. I know people get weird about that, but I just was curious if because I was thinking
make sure you don't do the flu. Listen, I'm just not big on 2 shots at once. I know they're doing the COVID in one arm and the flu. I mean, why not just separate them?
Yeah.
I mean, do them a different day.
Right.
I just don't see the purpose of it. It's just
I've never had the flu shot.
Right.
So.
I'm taking my booster right now.
I've only had the
she's
flu
drinking
shot
her sorrows
twice
away
in
up
my
there.
life.
Look at her. She's really
I always
swigging.
get my flu shot. I got my flu shot and my COVID booster in the same arm.
That's what everyone
Same
tells
day?
me. I'm gonna do it.
Same day?
On the same day.
You're brave. You're brave.
All my clients tell me if you're gonna do it in the same arm on the same day.
Wow.
Like
Yep.
do both.
I did.
Get a bed dead on.
And all I can tell you is I'm glad I got a booster because if COVID is worse after
it's not fun. No, it's not fun.
With the booster, I'm glad I had the booster.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to go off on that topic because I know people get really bad about it. I just was curious what your opinions were really quick.
Adam, where are you going?
Portugal.
Will you be careful?
I mean, in what way?
In both ways, please.
I was joking.
I heard Adam's been learning Portuguese. He's got what's that Rosetta Stones on his computer behind him right now. I saw it.
I'm not making light of it. My friends
he's learning the romantic Portuguese language.
My friends were joking. They were like, "You realize that you're the one that we would have to put you to bed, and we would go down to dinner in the courtyard, and then we would for the next 10 years being like, we were 50 feet away. We don't know how he disappeared out of the apartment."
God.
Like Madeline McCann.
Oh my God.
They gotta put one of those little Apple the Apple tracking devices.
Oh yeah, the Apple tracking. Put that on you.
I'm sure there's one on me.
We'll do that, and then I'll track you.
Yeah,
there you go.
Let Deb track you. Make sure Deb knows where you are.
I found him.
You know?
No, Deb, I'll just live stream the entire trip.
Oh boy.
Do it.
Here we go.
That would be awesome.
When is this trip happening? I'm going to clear my schedule.
I don't want you to live stream.
When is this happening so I can clear my schedule for this live stream event?
November 10th through the 21st.
Oh, that's a long trip. Wow, good for you.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
When you got 3 kids, a trip away is like 2 days.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, an overnight.
I used to try to go to Europe. I used to try to travel outside the country twice a year, and I haven't left the country since COVID. So, my friend of mine's turning 50, and we were going to do Scotland and England.
That would have been awesome too.
The cost right now is ridiculous, and with
it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy.
They're expecting a lot of power, like rolling blackouts and stuff with the energy crisis. And so I was reading that a lot of pubs are going to close, like kind of preemptively in this winter. So we decided to go somewhere a little bit more climate
friendly.
Yeah, and it's not on the same pipeline.
I'm going nowhere, Adam. So I don't know.
So
how are you guys going to deal with him not being here that long?
Just fine, because we're going to have everybody that he wanted. Bonzo's going to be on while he's away.
Do you think I can go 11 days without being on a live? I'm gonna pop in.
Oh boy, here we go.
I'm on the beach.
It's like the night he was roaming on the streets, hammered. You know, he was like, I think he fell in a garbage can. I think he fell in the garbage can at one point. He was really close to a garbage can. I don't know what was happening. You know? He was like on the corner. People like slapped him, like, "Get out of my way, mister." Yeah,
I was not hammered. That was after Elton John. And those drinks were like $40 a piece. So I was
looked
not
like
hammered.
you were a little twisted, or maybe it was just your ears were blown out.
Adam, is that when you were waiting for the Uber price? Go ahead, Kristen.
$40 for a drink?
I got 3 drinks. I got 3 drinks for my sister, 2 for my sisters, and 1 for myself, and it was $118.
Good.
Wow.
What state was
you?
This in?
It was at the Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. But
it's not that expensive in New York, though.
That's
what the hell?
Crazy.
What the hell were you guys drinking?
Gold? I think the bar on the floor might have been expensive. I don't know.
Yeah, had like the ice cubes have gold flake in them. What were you drinking?
I think the bartender was taking extra tips or something.
Yeah,
and the drinks were like, they were in like plastic cups too. You know.
Yeah, 1 ounce. Yeah, you're getting 1 ounce in there. Yeah,
that 20% tip was like $38. I was like, okay, thank you.
I think that's why we heard Adam on the live trying to score ecstasy. Okay, he did not want to spend the money.
Very hydrated, you guys.
No, I was like, can someone do a super chat please, so I can get home?
No, Sunny looks really hydrated. She's just drinking away.
She hasn't spoken in a while. She's just chugging that drink. The ice is gone already. I don't know what happened to that ice. That's pathetic ice over there. We got to up your ice game.
You know what? Contrary to popular demand, I really wish I was a lush, but I'm not. The rumor has spread.
Listen, until nothing wrong with having a drink here and there.
I feel like it's warranted because I was known to pack back that little bit that was left in the bottle the one time when I was joking around, but every now and again. But I barely drink. I wish I drank more. I forget that I drink sometimes actually, and only in the last like couple months I've had like I think 2 peach drinks. But I just want to for those people that
Peach.
Well,
Peach. What are you drinking? Peach schnapps? Ooh.
Yeah, well, my husband likes his peach wine.
Are you smoking a peach thing?
Yeah, but that's not. I could not drink peach snobs. Like that's that's got to be vodka's got to accompany that somewhere.
Might as well
a little
drink
triple
Boone's
sec.
Farm.
You'll be all ready to go.
Boone's Farm. God, I haven't heard that
I used
in a
to
while.
bartend years ago. Yeah, I was bartender.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Mad Dog 2020. Something like
good
that.
Lord. I've had some bad nights on that.
Wild turkey.
Let's tell us
a
story,
in a paper bag and sit me on the curb.
I'll tell you, we used to drink the rock glasses of Southern Comfort. Oh yeah, so it was just so brutal. Well, and I'm not talking about like chilled. I'm talking about piss warm. Southern Comfort. Oh, gross. Oh, can't even. Oh, yeah. Those were the days, right? Those were the days.
I had some freaking amazing times when I was younger.
Who didn't?
Better than now. I have some freaking amazing times now. I've never had a time in my life I haven't had good times.
Well, don't worry, Adam. When you're gone, we're gonna have some amazing times. Just so you know.
Yeah, we're gonna
party. I don't want you to feel left out because we'll take pictures for you and send you some videos of.
Just remove his rights to StreamYard November 9th.
It's gonna be ladies' night. Ladies'
make
night.
Sure he watches as just a subscriber only.
If you don't want to see my undercover investigation of the Madeline McCann locations, then I guess that's fine.
Oh, I want to see it.
Madeline McCann, can I just say that I followed that one quite a long time ago? Very heartbreaking story. Honestly. And then I remember when they came across that guy.
The German
guy?
Yeah, the German guy. It's been a long time since I paid attention to that case, but it's always stuck in my head. Just like John Benet Ramsey.
There was a recent update in that case, actually.
The German guy.
Yeah, no, but even more so. Did they rule something about the parents?
Oh, they did.
I do. Yeah, but what was it? I don't remember. Yeah, I remember hearing something about it.
They ruled that the parents lost. They had Go ahead, Deb.
No. Go ahead. I'm just agreeing with you. Yeah, that's what it is.
I think they slewed. What slewed?
There was wasn't there a lawsuit or something like that?
Yeah, I just want to make sure I'm talking properly.
They sued and lost.
They sued, right? Because I think it was because the guy wrote a book or something like that, and accused them, and so they sued.
It was libel, wasn't it? Libel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to go back to my slewed word. That was good.
When I turned 40, my younger sister, we give each other crap a lot. She told me, she goes, congratulations she's like, doesn't it feel good to be old enough now that you don't have to worry about getting sex trafficked anymore? And I was like, well, not when you say it like that.
That's not very nice. And how do you know that? They may still want you.
Thank you. I said there's got to be a market for that.
I mean, come on.
Oh my goodness. Oh, CD.
I had to put my med hat back on because Straight was mad I changed my hat, so it's back.
Just make sure I get you, CD. Are you sure? Hey, CD, smile. Yeah, camera. Yeah, there you go.
Bonnie said, Kristen, any game I go to a beer here.
Are you taking pictures of me? What are you doing? You snapping shots? Let me get my hat straight when you're doing that. Come on, let me fix myself.
Right there. Ready? Hold on. Sucking the cheeks, dude.
No, I can't suck my cheeks. I gotta get my hat straight. There you go.
Did your little boy
wait, straight?
Did your little boy
straight? The hat's crooked.
No, you.
Has he turned 2 yet?
You're not straight.
Your head's
crooked. Your little boy turned 2 yet?
I don't know if it's crooked. I think it's my head.
No, I'm talking about your little boy. Is he turned 2?
Mason's 2. Yeah,
he just turned 2. Because I figured he had to be 2 now.
Yeah, he just turned 2.
Like a few months ago.
Oh yeah, he just opened before I came on. He opened the door like the police. You got to hear it, man. Sounds like the police are coming out of the room.
His little boy
rips it open. Dad, he comes running. So cute. So cute.
All your kids are adorable.
Thank you. The two oldest are with their two uncles tonight. You know, they went
You
apple
gonna-
picking. They got
take
spoiled
credit?
today. They were spoiled today. You know.
Hey, CD, are you gonna take credit for your sperm being good looking? Is that what's happening?
If you
Yeah,
saw
me and
CD's
my
wife, you would
wife,
know it all came from her.
Yeah,
I'll be
she's got a
back.
lot to play in this game. You know, she's got a lot to play in it.
50%, you could say.
Let's just say, thank God the third looks like her as a baby. Got the blonde hair and all. You know.
They're all They're all adorable.
Kind of cool.
They're cuties. They are cuties. Yeah. They're making me get gray hair. I didn't have gray hair a couple years ago. It's just going
Just
gray
a
now.
little bit,
It's
right?
the stress. Yeah, it's the stress of the kids.
The YouTube.
I'm not in the dark. What do you want to put lights on? I don't want my terror to wake up. Okay?
I know.
We got to be low key tonight.
I'll send you a ring light.
You know? I have two pretty good lights. I just don't want to put them on right now.
Yeah, but the ring light's a light. The ring light is a game changer.
No, I have two. I have two. Like I have the professional. It's like a ring light, but they're straight up with the LEDs in them. They're good, very good. I got to hook my. I have a green screen. I just haven't hooked it up yet. I got to find the time.
Don't go the green screen route. Just do your real background. Like
just do your background. Yeah. Turn it hot and sexy like Adam over there. Who doesn't love Adam's backdrop, you guys? Okay.
I do.
Yeah.
I know. Lights.
It's true, but it just I have a dedicated spot. But if I do that, my kids are going to destroy it. You know.
Right.
Just do what I do and stick a green thing behind your chair. And
I got my office area, but maybe I could do something behind me. I guess I could.
I think for me, I was like, who's not going to want to date a 40-year-old man that has LED lights all over?
Why not? Yeah.
Wait till my husband finished his LED lights. My husband built like 96. He was painting 96 honeycomb things that he all cut out. Anyways, for his Stormer thing, when it's ready, I'm going to show you guys. And then I'll have my husband on. Then he can show you his backdrop that he just is building.
Well, I heard he showed everybody his ass, and what wasn't supposed to happen or something. What happened? You took a picture of your husband's ass and put it online?
I tried.
Close.
What'd you do to the poor guy?
It was as simple as I wasn't supposed
plumber's
to be on camera.
crack. He had a little plumber's crack going on.
A little bit of plumber's crack.
Oh boy!
No, it was
the guy was trying to fix the fridge.
And Jack, just right there.
I know, but it was okay. You guys, I mean, honestly, I wish I could show you
fish and chips.
I
Oh
it
my
was
God!
just, what was the timing that I accidentally hit the camera on, and it was literally like this. Boing! He sits up on a bed, and then Frank. Go ahead, Adam. Say how, Frank.
Well, no one would have noticed it, but here's Frank. Sonny, is that your husband's ass?
God. Oh my God.
I think that's his ass.
That's really funny. Yeah, that is so funny.
And the only reason why I knew it is because I looked at
this was very recent. When did this happen?
A couple months ago now. A couple months. Yeah,
this is the first I'm hearing about the poor guy's ass hitting the screen. Terrible, poor guy.
Yeah.
What a way to be introduced to the channel, though, right?
So my husband's a good sport, and my husband's like really awesome. But
at this point, he has to be a good sport. There's no taking it back. I mean, 1,000 people saw his ass.
All I was worried about was that someone was going to go back to that moment and frickin' hit the internet, right, with it. And I was like, oh, dude, just wait till Ass Hat gets his freaking hands on this or something. And so I'm sitting there and I'm just
I think he has it.
Adam. He's not answering me, right? I freaking dive back into the live, click end live right there, cut it off. I was like, oh my God, what do I do? Oh my God, my husband's going to kill me. And I'm thinking
you had to remove it, right? You had to remove it.
Fuck yeah. My husband's a great guy. And so, you know what?
I'm thinking that's terrible.
CD. For 4 hours, I'm thinking
he was a bit cheeky.
No, he was a bit cheeky because he's smart enough. But for 4 hours, I'm thinking that he didn't know, even though Adam and Frank wouldn't stop cracking jokes. I'm like, shut up. But anyways, so I go out there, and my husband's being a little bit snippy with me, and I'm like, I'm like, I'm sorry, I kept you awake, honey. My bad. And he goes, well, how would you feel if you showed your ass to the internet?
That's awesome. That's so awesome.
But he was most upset that everybody saw your messy room.
I know.
Yeah, because I mean, the ass. He should have been proud of the ass. I mean,
yeah, he goes, I don't care about that. He goes,
Adam, she's had worse
room
on,
with
you
the
know. Remember, she'd always used to put the StreamYard in the chat, and then she'd be like, "Oh yeah, so and so's here," and then she turns it on. It's Captain Dong. Somebody standing there with their dong out. Like, right. I mean, really.
I didn't even.
Oh boy,
I've never actually seen the bum. I just because I was looking down and Frank called it out, and by the time I looked up, it was over.
You know what? Think about that. You know what a psycho you got to be just be randomly in the chat and just say, you know what? I'm just gonna show everybody my dong right now. I mean, it's just you got to really be a sick individual.
You know, I mean, there are people that go on the live section on YouTube. You know, that if you're looking down, there's recommended and other things, and there's a section where you can look at all the videos that are live. People go. They just do. They'll go into one.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter the topic, and they'll find one that's not private, and they'll do it.
We've all had it happen.
But okay, you guys, let me ask you this, okay?
And I've apologized, Kristen.
Yeah. Okay, let me ask you guys this though. Do you guys ever get the guy with the freaking blade in his hand, like the freaking Edward Scissorhands blade? And he's oh really? We had him a few times, quite a few times. And you look.
I've never dropped the StreamYard in chat for that reason because you just never know who's coming. But,
I've never done that either. But I've had him come in. You guys are gonna laugh at me.
Yeah, let's do it.
This happened just a couple of weeks ago. But I got trolled one night, and there were like 4 or 5 different ones that came in, and they all had those as their picture. So that was their picture. And the first one, I didn't have my glasses on or my contacts in. So I'm leaning up to the screen and I'm like, is that what I think it is, you guys? Is that really small? And it was. And I kept saying, it's too little. I can't see it.
Oh boy.
Oh my God, it was terrible.
Sonny, what did I get last night?
Look at Michelle said Captain Dong. Well, what else do you want to say? I just think it's hysterical.
Captain So then, what did I get last night? Was it last night that the guy came in with half his face was Bridge Guy and half?
Oh yeah, half his face was
young Bridge Guy.
Yeah.
And second one, he had morphed my face and Bridge Guy's together, and he came in the chat.
It was a side by side. It was like the round circle, and it was half the side was Adam, half the side was Bridge Guy, and then I think it was Deb that was like, "Oh, he's over in Sleuth's channel now, and he's half Sleuth and half Bridge Guy as well."
And what was my response? And what was my response to it?
Sleuth.
I said, at least he picked the young Bridge Guy.
That's what you said. That's what you said. Yeah. You know, the first time I got trolled, you guys, it was Sleuth. So I wasn't thinking anything about it. This, Sleuth was Sleuth was in the chat or whatever, I thought. Anyways, I'm like, hey,
I was on for that one. I was watching that. I was watching. Yeah.
Yeah. Now it's like,
and we saw the guy, like you saw his face, and then all of a sudden, you let your guard down, and all of a sudden it was just like, blah. I'm like, oh my God, what is happening? I was startled because I've just never seen that on a live stream before. Somebody actually do it. I was like, wow.
It's when you see the guy sitting there with this bladed knife, like literally a bladed knife.
That's just creepy too.
And standing there with his dong hanging out, waiting. And I'm like, dude, I see you. I so see. Remember the dude that I posted a video about because he literally came on the live and I freaking plastered it against the internet and Twitter. It's still on my Twitter actually. This is what gets me is that YouTube was like, that you need to take this video down, and I'm like, really? This guy's threatening to kill us and shit. But it's okay.
One of the guys, and that was one of the guys that was also threatening me, right?
Yeah, it was that one. Yep. I still have his picture, and I'll still use it. But we haven't. He could be in jail now. He could possibly be in jail now.
Possibly.
Yeah, possibly. Hey, CD, you little hottie, you.
Yeah, my hair's a little messy right now. It's sticking out. It's from wearing my hat, Wearing my hat. It's, got a little hat head going on. It is only 140.
I've got a hat that I can give you to wear if you'd like.
No, thank you.
It's an LA hat.
Nah, we'll do without. We'll do without that for now.
One with little gems on it by chance?
We got to win tomorrow at 7 p.m. So we got to pull that out, and then we could head to LA.
Oh, so while that's going on, I guess you're gonna miss Alex Voorhees and Alexa and us.
No, I'll be around. I'll be around.
All right. I get it. It's like one eye on us and one eye on the TV, like that type of thing.
No, just AirPod listening and watching him.
Yeah.
You know,
my
interested to see what he says. Listen, very, very interesting guy. You know, he has talent. He has a lot of talent. You know, being able to hack like that and using it for good is a great thing. You know. I actually like that he actually says how he was able to gain access, but didn't go into, you know, he just didn't want to exploit anything. It was just handed over. That was great.
Yeah, he was worried about damaging evidence.
That was great because a lot of people wouldn't have the willpower to be able to do that and stop themselves. It's like, oh, I'm in. They want to see, but he actually did the right thing. We give him a lot of credit.
I was, you know what, I was gonna say because I was like. And I'm just gonna say, like I said this earlier, but because there's a few people that I come across that just captivate me in a sense. Gonzo was one because of his genuineness and his heart. Cop Facts, he reminded me, you know, I just love the whole Clintwood vibe, but the truthfulness, I really love that. And so when I feel like somebody is a true heart, I call it a true heart anyway. But anyways, so when I saw Alex on Trendify, I was just captivated by him, to be honest. And I was like, God, this dude, like seriously.
You said the same stuff about me, months ago. Now you're taking it back. I'm very hurt by that.
CD, when I met you on Sleuth's channel, I was like taken back too because everything that CD was saying, I was like,
as long as I'm on the same level, I'm okay with that. I just felt like
not quite now. I feel like Alex got a little. Hacking shit, right?
Listen, he's just be prepared. He's going to come on like this, you know. He's going to be ready to go.
There it is. Yeah,
he's going to be ready to go.
That look.
I know it's that look. It's the bad boy shit.
It's that mysterious kind of bad boy thing.
Right.
I'm curious if he's ever done any of that stuff like anonymous. He might help out anonymous to hack some. Yeah. Listen, they hacked into like some stuff in Iran.
I remember.
Took down. No, they took last week with that they murdered that girl in Iran for not wearing the headdress. So anonymous went in and like took down their telecommunications. No, that was great that they did that. You know,
they're awesome.
Correct.
They do some awesome things. They do.
They do.
Yeah, because there was that guy that was talking about it. I mean, I played it a long time ago on a show. And it was, he was saying how he would do, like they would do these things. And then he said something about, what's that thing that Tom Cruise is in, that whole...
Scientology.
Yeah, Scientology thing. There was something about Scientology, I believe, or kids or something. And then all of a sudden, it's almost like it got twisted on them. And then he goes, well, I mean, it was us that started it. He admitted it. But I like how he said that they use it for good now.
They do. Well, they shut Iran's internet down last week so that nobody could put information out as to what was going on in the streets. So Anonymous went in and took out like their telecommunications. They took out like the government stuff so that people could get on the internet still. What was going on was disgusting. I mean, it's 2022. Women shouldn't be beaten in the streets for not wearing a headdress. Let's be honest.
Right. It's ridiculous, right? I mean, Kristen, how do you feel about that? Is that?
I think it's absolutely the most. We have a huge humanitarian issue going on in that part of the world with human rights for women. It's pathetic.
Think of the step back, from the pullout of Afghanistan. They're back to square one. 21 years we were there, and 20 years last year.
Back to the Taliban.
And we just walked away, and the rights that women gained over a 20-year period were lost in a day.
Yep.
It's very sad.
And it's so sad they don't have any way to get out of it. And then you think of the little girls that are born and that have to grow up into that, and it's frightening.
It is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you got to remember that the ones that were so outspoken when things changed are the ones that are targeted to shut up.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Because if you shut them up, everybody else will just walk. Everything goes back to square one. It's terrible.
I just find it like, I mean,
I'll be right back.
Yeah, I can't believe we live in these times. Like, do you know what I mean? It just seems so like I just can't fathom the fact of that stuff even happens.
Yep.
You know, it's just, like, I just can't even fathom it. I guess it's like in my bubble, I just think that everyone is like, you know, should be treated the way that we are now. Like, you know, you have your rules, you have your, you know, things that happen if you do something bad and blah, blah, blah. But to know that women and that get killed or just because they're, you know what I mean? It just seems so, or that these people go bomb a car with a vest on and Allah and stuff like this. And you're just like, it's, I don't know. It's whacked. I just don't believe that this stuff all happens, to be honest with you. It's just ridiculous. I thought just when you realize, like I said, I grew up here in Canada. So, I mean, I loved it when I lived in the States, Kristen, don't get me wrong, in Indiana there. But, you know, I feel like Canada's for me. Just kidding. Disneyland was great, though, just saying. But
I'm not built for that gang life in Canada.
What happened to CD?
I asked him to leave.
He said he had to go for a minute and then he left.
I like post up when my face is all sweaty. Go ahead. But yeah, go ahead. You guys just got like shine my forehead here. But anyways, yeah, I've been to Disneyland and I feel like I wanted to come back home to Canada. But you know what it is, Kate? Can I just tell you, Kristen? Have you ever been to Canada?
I have. I've been to Ontario.
Okay, right up on that side, and which I've never been. I've been to Newfoundland, but just like flying over the rest of the world. I've been to like Saskatchewan is the furthest I've been that way. After that, it goes right to Newfoundland. Never been to the Ontario side. But there's one thing about Canada is it's freaking open land. We got 40 million people here, and we got a mass amount of land. And the first thing that my husband said when we were landing, or when we were coming back, he always just said, you just feel like you can breathe here. You just feel like you can breathe, you know? And I didn't really understand
We have lots of states that are like that, open, big land.
No,
you just
but
weren't in a part of it. You
not
just
like
weren't
Canada,
in an
though.
area like that.
Yeah, but not like Canada. She's right.
Yeah. We got 35 million people per that big ass land out there. And so
I'm just saying you went to a heavily populated area, so there was a great contrast.
Oh, you're talking about England?
No, when you were saying when you came to America, right?
Oh, I went to Disneyland.
Right.
Yeah. No. I just mean in general, though. Like, obviously, we have just a small amount of people versus your 350 million or 400 million, whatever you guys got, versus our 35 million. So we just got a lot of land here. So you guys have, yes, beautiful areas, Montana, a lot of different ones with trees and that too, like this. But but for the amount of people we have, there's a lot more open land for the amount of people. Because we just got like 35 million, you know, nothing much.
Screw that open land. Look at your prime minister.
Hottie. As long as he zips his lips, he's a hottie. You know?
I mean, it's fair because we took all your talent.
I always thought we gave Johnny Depp. We got Bieber.
Justin Bieber.
Oh my God.
Drake.
You know the Beeb? The Beeb? Fuck,
Drake.
So I didn't ever like that kid, to be honest. He was such an arrogant little ass. I didn't ever like him. He just was so arrogant. I think he's knocked himself down a few notches, but he was just an arrogant little shit. And that's what embarrasses me. It's like people like asshats of the world, or, you know, a couple other ones there. It's like, are you guys from Canada? Really? Get the hell up. You get out, because we're supposed to be known for helping each other, being nice. I'll tell you, I take it back. The US has been a lot nicer to me than the Canadians. Just saying, guys. That's how I feel. It's because it's not like there might be a lot of Canadians that maybe watch shows all in general, but most of our most of the people that watch is from the United States, of course. But so for the few like I said, for the few, some Canadians that actually watch this show, it's like in the true crime, I've never met such bitchy ass, ignorant Canadians as I have in the true crime area. And it really embarrassed me, to be honest with you, because we're known for helping each other and being nice to each other. So it was the Canadians that have actually insulted me more so, in a sense, because that's a reputation that we have. And then yet those were the biggest dicks to me, to be honest. And I'm like, you're Canadian? Really? Get off the land. Go cut yourself out of me. You know,
Jason Priestley, we have him too.
Jason Priestley. You guys have him too? Really? Yeah.
You're naming all the big talent.
Right. I think Celine Dion, she's from the French part.
Yeah. Now that's talent.
Right.
She's amazing. I saw her in.
You guys got Shania Twain.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Did I ever show you that picture where I look like Shania?
We only give you our like, fugitives.
Our fugitives.
Back in the day. Oh, actually, I'm not gonna go there. But actually, Shania. What?
Loki said, "Is it just me or is Kristen really pretty?"
Aww.
I was gonna say that she looks so pretty.
You guys.
Oh, I was gonna say it's just Loki. No, I'm kidding.
You are so sweet.
Everyone, look at Kristen now. Everyone, get your eyes off me. I'm tired of it. Okay, Adam is.
Oh, you guys are so sweet.
Inside and out. But where's my bracelet?
Actually, yeah.
It's coming, I promise.
Ooh, ice skating. Yeah.
I feel like this is just like Reno and his merch.
Yeah. No, honestly, it's not. I promise.
I'm just giving you crap. So you were in the hospital and you couldn't get them here timely or whatever.
Yeah. Blue Jays though. Better be Blue Jays. We only got a few teams out here. Better be Blue Jays. Love the Blue Jays.
Kristen's gonna be like, I'm not sending Adam one anymore.
And I'm sorry. What bracelets were? What is on these bracelets?
So
Abby and Libby.
On the Delphi ones, it's it has Abby and Libby, and then it says "Forever in Our Hearts."
You have it on your arm right now.
I have it on my arm. Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
I'll show them to you.
I love
nice.
it. Yeah.
Take it off here.
Let me see.
Oh, it's black. Why is it showing up black?
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Can you see it?
Yeah,
I can make it out. Yeah, nice. What, Adam? Sorry.
Are they the tie-dye ones still?
Yeah, it looks like tie-dye.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah.
And this is the one for Flora, for the Flora girls, and it's purple and black, so it might not show up very well. And it has all of their names, and it says on the back side of it just says "for" as in FOUR justice.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, thank you so much. I know mine was to Canada.
Yep.
But they still fit in an envelope just fine, right?
Yep.
Yeah, perfect.
No problem.
But yeah, I really appreciate that because I wish that this site, like for instance, like this merch site that that CD recommended, and we're gonna launch the merch on Sunday, I guess, whatever. I wish that they would have bands. Like it would be, you think, because there's such a huge thing that you think that. Hey,
we can suggest it.
Yeah. So like, where did you get your bands from? Like, did you actually get like a bunch of them?
Yeah. So what happened is you guys know that I have a subreddit, correct? Delphi's Daughters.
I do.
Yeah. That's where I started my Delphi stuff, was over there. So somebody contacted me on Reddit and sent me a whole bunch of the Delphi ones to give out to my people over there. But so I kept them. And so when I started my channel, I had them, and I decided, I'm just going to start sending these out. StreamYard has a StreamYard giveaway tool, Sunny. Do you know that?
No, I don't. Where is that?
Yeah. So all you have to do, I can, hold on a second. I'll email it to you. I'll email you the StreamYard link, but it's basically StreamYard giveaway. And it's actually, what it'll do is it'll capture your live stream, and then you'll put in hashtag, whatever you want the word to be that the people in your chat, you want them to type in for whatever you're giving away. So like hashtag justice, and everybody will type that in, and it captures them. And then it will actually do the drawing for you.
Oh, nice. Cool.
But you don't want to do the drawing live, Sunny, because sometimes they show their dongs. So you have to be really careful. They always tell you that. So you do it off screen, and then you can show it on screen. when it comes.
Oh, okay. So when
that's
you
what
say
I
that,
did. And then Allie and I, Unsolved Crimes.
Yeah.
We went together and had these Flora bracelets made.
That's so
Cute.
sweet.
I like
Sorry,
that.
can you say what you just said there? I'm sorry, I missed that.
Unsolved Crimes and I went together and Allie and had the Flora bracelets made.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
I should do that for Karina.
Yeah, that would be cool too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The merch sites.
I'll look into that.
Yeah, thank you. Because because those things are always a great idea for to hand out to people to
just keeps awareness of the case out, and people who follow the cases, they really want them. I was really surprised when I started giving them away because I was just like, people were really excited about it.
Kristen, have you seen? I know we're not doing all of the merch line now, but have you seen a couple of the items that we've?
I have. I love what Abby has done for the girls.
Yeah.
Yes, it brought tears to my eyes. I love it so much.
Right.
Awesome job.
Half the proceeds for that line are going to go to the Libby and Abby Memorial Park.
I think that's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
And they're beautiful.
They are beautiful. You couldn't have chosen a better picture and I've seen it out there. I mean, I know where you grabbed it from, and I was like, that is so perfect to me. It just reminds me of the girls.
I was gonna say, you know what, honestly, Kristen, when I seen that picture like a couple years ago, I just fell in love with it. I fell in love with it. I never forgot about it. So I remember I had to actually go back to my Twitter, and I had to keep scrolling and scrolling just to find it again, because I remember it was on like Abby's, I believe it was not Abby's mom's, like Anna Williams. Mm-hmm. I believe that's where I saw it. But I went scrolling, couldn't find it. And trust me, because it's been a couple, like 5 years. But when I saw it, it was a couple years ago, like at least. And so I seen it and I just fell in love with it. And I was like, I really wish I knew, because I heard it was a friend that painted it, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know for sure. I just remember someone saying that. And I was just like, I really wanted to know who painted it, but I'm just kind of YOLOing it, like, meaning I would love to know who actually did it or what they did or who it was.
Right.
But you know what? Like I said, I talked to Becky, and she said she would talk to Anna, because I said, look, we want to make this like, where half of the proceeds go towards the memorial part. So I'm willing to like put it out there, because it's just such beautiful work. And should the day come along that whoever did paint it, says, hey, like, I painted that, because it was just kind of given. Do you remember how that one was? Because I remember it is that a friend of Anna's or something did it. That's how I remember.
Yeah, I've heard that too, but I don't remember why.
Yeah.
Or where I've heard that before, that was painted.
Yeah. And it's just such, you know what? Like I said, if the person ever comes across it that did actually paint it, honestly, I think that this person would actually appreciate the fact that their work is whatever out there or whatever, for the girls. I don't know that this person would have a problem. I know I changed it up a bit, but it's still, I didn't paint those legs. We added justice to it, and I put a little bit more little sparkly things around it, but it was just it captivated me so bad. I just thought, you know what, the girls, this is the most beautiful. This, to me, that was just the beautiful epitome of Abby and Libby, as their words were on the legs there, and just such great. It was just beautiful. It's still, when I see it all the time, I think of that picture. I always think of that picture. Great picture. Yeah.
I agree. I agree.
Not to digress, but True Crime Web, just to fill you in, you fell asleep, just woke up.
Whoa.
We've just spent the last hour or so doing a really deep dive into all the most serious, most extensive parts of the case. And I think if you go back and watch, you're going to find that it was very informative. We went through it very methodically. And
you forgot about that salute to Steve that we did. We did a whole hour. Salute to Steve.
We did, and we've not digressed from the conversation once.
Yeah.
So you would have been so proud of us. It's too bad you missed it.
Yeah. And not to take the focus off Abby and Libby for you, Steve, but we did actually. And I mean, I felt wrong, but
yeah. So, but now we are about to go on to the more fun parts of the conversation where we just joke around. So glad you're here in time for that.
Well, I'm about to hop off.
I know we got to get going, guys.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Yeah, it's been fun, you guys.
No,
thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, no, Kristen, what a great night.
Please check in tomorrow night with us and watch the live because
I definitely will. Don't worry, I'll be here because I want to hear what he has to say, and I want to see Sunny interview him.
And just make sure you bring Allie with you and Gonzo.
You want to see Sunny rule because I'm just like, you know what, Kristen? Can I just like I said, he's such a nice guy. Honestly, I spoke to him for hours. You're welcome, Adam. Not you though. But honestly, just a really nice guy. We had a really nice conversation. Like it was almost like, oh, you're messaging me, and I'm like, you're messaging me, you're talking to me, and I don't usually get like that. But he made me giddy because I was like, oh my God, Alex is messaging me. He's back because I was wanting him so much, and I just felt like
so giddy.
I know. I'm always giddy, just like when Gonzo comes on and that. Because I just have such like an AWP. I just have such like I don't know Alex enough to say that, but I know from the conversation we had, what a great guy. But Gonzo, Cop Facts, even though I know Gonzo the most, and Jared and that, they stole my heart from back in the Suzanne Morphew case days. And it was just the pureness of their love. And so yes, I get giddy when there's people that I totally respect that come on again, so it just, I don't know, like I said, Alex that well, but I can tell by the conversation, he's just a great guy. Maybe you can get him on your show there too.
But we have some books for Cop Facts to give away, so we need to do that.
Yeah,
we do. We need to get Cop Facts back on so we can do that.
Perry's amazing. I love him. I love Gonzo too. So they're very, very good friends of mine, and I totally agree with you, Sunny, on all of it.
Yeah.
So I would love to have Alex on, but I'm anxious to hear what he has to say. I know you'll do good justice with talking to him about all of this.
In talking to him privately, like I said, there was just there was just a connect how he thought, how I thought, in a sense. I'm not talking about the case. I'm just talking about in general. And that's why we just clicked. And I just walked away going, really? We're going to have him on our live on Sunday. Thank you so much for your
There was a moth or something that just flew by.
I know. You see it? It went right by me. And it looked huge. It was just a little baby thing. But I'm super excited tomorrow because Alexa's going to be on as well. I think it's going to be a nice balance that Alexa's on. Yeah. He's on. So you got, profiler, a former profiler in there. And plus you got like I said, the one, Alex, there was some things on Fig's thing that he said yesterday that was it yesterday or the day before now? Anyways, that he said, and I was just like, oh, is that what you think? So I really need to pick his brain for some certain things that he thinks, because I genuinely think that he's a very knowledgeable, how people have common sense and are level-headed. That's how I see him as.
Yes.
Just a level-headed dude. Yeah. Anyways, thank you so much, Kristen, for joining us.
You're welcome. Thank you, you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Kristen, is there anything that you do need to say before you go? Like, when's your next live, or
what are you working on?
I'll be live next Tuesday at 8 Central Standard Time. I'm still just plugging away on Delphi. I'm gonna hopefully catch up here in the next couple of days on. I haven't been watching a lot of Delphi. I watch you guys for sure, but I don't really watch a lot since I got sick.
Yeah,
I kind of tried to keep my upsettedness, because a lot of what I watch upsets me. So I've tried to keep that down, but I want to catch up on what I've missed. I understand I've missed a lot from the murder sheet, so I need to go look and see what they're saying.
So your focus right now is pretty much Delphi. You don't have any other cases that you
right now. Delphi and Flora are the two things that I'm working the hardest on. I'm working on some other cases too, but I just haven't presented them yet.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, I dropped your link so that everyone can go subscribe to your channel if they're not already.
Drop your link before we go there.
Well, and I just did it, but if you want to drop it again, please do.
Yeah.
Sure. Just give me a sec here. Sorry.
Yeah. And everyone knows that
I dropped Allie's as well.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay.
You guys are great.
Oh, she was so charming.
She's wonderful.
Oh, Allie, yeah, she sent me a couple great emails. Mm-hmm.
Someone in the chat that night said, Deb's gonna be so jealous. You've got another nice person on there that isn't her.
You know what I liked? What
she was so sweet. I watched her. She was just a doll.
Yeah.
But Deb and Adam. But in the email, and Kristen, is that in the email, it always is important to me that people feel like family and chilled back and relaxed. That nobody feels like they're, like I try to, we just try to make them feel relaxed. So when she said that we felt like family, it was almost like I had known you two for a long time. Right. That's exactly the vibe that whether I'm at work in real life, it's just a family type atmosphere, that there's no pressure here. You can say what you want, don't say what you want. You look YOLO type of thing. Doesn't matter. But yeah, I mean, that's what I like. A lot of stuff that we like, most of the stuff that we do in a sense is just, just a flow as it goes. It's not constructed.
Just like the messages you got from the Unsolved.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I heard about that.
Okay. Just tell me this, right? I'm just gonna say this. We all know when somebody
covered
that we all know when somebody sits there and whines like a little baby, and then they're gonna sit there and say, I'm quitting, I'm giving up my entire YouTube. Dude, thank you. I knew you'd be back. Called it. Anyone could see it. And he's back. He's back. But anyways, could care less about him regardless. It was a joke at the end of the day. None of that video that he put out about us was even true. Anyone that watched our live that night has reference to that. So it's kind of like, dude, if you can't even really, you say you're a journalist, bullshit. Because, right? Say you're
exactly.
A journalist, right? Okay. So anyone that watched that live would have absolutely said, liar, 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 liar. You didn't watch even our live, and you literally fabricated everything that was said. Nothing was said bad about him. Not one thing was said bad about him, as in the sense of we never knocked the creator that night. So anyways, it is what it is. But I called it. I was just like, the guy's going to be back. Of course they're, have your little hissy fit and then come back. I could care less about him personally. Don't really care. Enjoy his channel, whatever. But it's just like, for me, if you're going to sit there and say something, we were just critiquing. We weren't calling him out on anything, but at least we and don't sit there and leave 20 remarks on the channel and then claim of your innocence and stuff like that. Anyways, end of story.
Hear you.
Yeah,
I hear you.
I have
stuff that we put up with as creators.
Oh yeah. I mean, the emails and different things, whatever. I have such a strong skin for that stuff. Honestly, nothing really breaks me because it gets old. Right, Deb? Even Deb got tired of the guy saying he was going to kill her. He was just like, oh, okay. Gonna do it. You said it like 3 times now.
I can't imagine anyone wanting to hurt Deb. I just can't. Oh. She's so kind.
Right?
How the heck? What is that?
He did.
Where does that come from?
He obviously wanted to get a rise out of me, and it did really concern me at first, but then I was like, dude, go away.
It's honestly, Kristen, it's like he started on me, and then it felt like he wasn't getting anything with me. And then it's almost like he then preyed on Deb. And then Deb
I blocked him.
Yeah.
He did something, and I said, goodbye, so-and-so, and I blocked him. And that was what, then
that was
he was
the final
after me.
Straw.
Yeah.
Oh, what does that Steve say? At what time in my 1 hour dedication to me start going back to watch? Just watch it all.
Watch the whole show.
Just watch it all again, Steve. I mean,
it'll be a surprise. You just have to watch the whole thing, Steve.
I think you should listen to it on your drive, Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When is
Coming
that
up
drive?
8 days.
What?
Okay. And then we can discuss it at dinner.
Anyway, I'm going to head out, you guys.
Yeah,
I love you all. Thank you so very much.
Kristen.
Thank you, Kristen.
And I'll talk to you later.
Take care.
Tell our mutual friends
sweetie.
that hey.
Bye-bye.
All right. See. Oh, God.
She's such a sweetie.
Oh, my goodness, Deb. I think we're going to have her and get rid of you right now, Steve.
No.
Shut up.
You should get rid of me and keep them both.
She would not put up with you two for 2 seconds.
I think she would.
Deb, I said you should get rid of me and keep the two of you.
Well, Steve's waiting for you.
Me over here trying to be nice.
Yeah, look at you.
Actually, Loki, it's long dong. If you're gonna say it, long dong, silver. Okay, so
in the words of Steve, we digress.
We digress. Steve. Oh wait, hold on. Deb, hit exclamation mark, Steve.
Do I have to control or anything like that?
Yeah, just exclamation mark, Steve. All like right beside each other.
It's bad. It's bad, Deb. Don't do it.
No, it's not.
I'm kidding.
It's positive vibes.
It didn't
oh my
do
God,
anything.
It's 11:11. Hold on, it's 11:11. Make a wish, guys, because it's 11:11 here. Okay, make a wish. Okay.
It says handcuffs night, Steve. You know you love it.
I digress.
Oh, you'll enjoy having that conversation with Mrs. Steve at dinner. Why her husband got a message from Deb saying that at 2:11 a.m.
Steve, if you ever need some comforting, Adam's always free. He's always free. Me, I'm kind of busy.
I think Steve knows I'm not the cuddly type.
I got pillows, Steve. The soft kind that you can buy in a hotel. Just kidding. Okay. Do you digress? Because I'm waiting for you to digress. Right. Nope.
I'm gonna digress my way to bed.
Me too.
I just wanted Steve to digress. What?
I've still got a phone call to make.
Not tonight.
You know what else you have to do? You have an email to send me. Don't you forget.
Check your email.
Deb,
no way. Look at you, big boy.
Look at this. My SWAT name
you follow through.
I just wanted to see your reaction when you said nothing's there. Okay.
Yeah. Alexa didn't even email me back. I told her I emailed her, and she's just like, "Oh, I'm ignoring you." But you know what? We're gonna see Alexa tomorrow night, right? Oh, right, because it's our Thanksgiving weekend. Anyways, guys, you guys have a great night. Thank you for joining the live tonight. Please give the video a thumbs up and a like and a share. This was a pretty good one, guys. I think it was just a nice relaxo talking about Delphi still, but I think it was a good night. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving.
Everyone, if you have any time tomorrow, think of a few questions that you may have for Alex or Alexa that you want to ask in the chat tomorrow, and we'll be happy to address them.
Yeah.
So
after we get through my 100, just kidding. No, of course. But he did say that there was stuff that he did want to say because he had more stuff they wanted to talk about. So yeah, I can hardly wait. Yay!
All right.
So you guys, will you do us a favor? Because the link's out there now. I already have it set up. Will you guys please share it on your Facebooks and on your Twitters and all that? I want this to be a jam-packed house tomorrow night because anyone that's involved in Delphi and stuff like that, I just think that, he's an awesome person to listen to.
Right. We're coming into that time of year where we have Sunday night service.
Yeah. All right, guys. Sweet dreams. Have a great night. Thank you so much for joining us. And Steve, I'll see you in bed with the handcuffs. Just kidding.
See you everyone, and everyone, I'll see you in about an hour.
Yeah. Okay, we're ending the live, guys. And